At CollectCo for tonight's Facebook record sale. It is Saturday night, and this is the last night of the sale. So welcome, and I'm kind of looking through some crates right now, trying to find some good stuff for us to flip back through tonight. This one looks like a good crate. I'm going to find us some good stuff to go through, and welcome everybody. Wow, that's already a lot of comments. So, yeah, the flight lands at, yeah, well, 9 is when it lands, so yeah, 9:30. Yeah. Yeah, see if you can get in there and calculate. Well, I figured we'd just do like a 1 day, 24 hours, and then if I need to call and extend it, I can do that. Yeah. So 9 and have it returned that next morning, I guess. Okay. Hopefully less death metal. Yeah, actually, I've been kind of non-stop for a little while the last since we ended, and I don't even really know what we're doing tonight, so it's going to be one of those fun, interesting nights where it's just all kinds of randomness. But we've been in the last well, since about 3 o'clock, I've been working on a trip to Dallas, and that's what I'm trying to finalize right now. I just bought the plane ticket, and Tanner's booking me a Suburban to pick up when I get there. So I really don't know what we're doing tonight, other than we're going to sell records, and record collections comes in waves. It's pretty incredible. Let me get this all shared. I'm just going to share it to our group, and tonight will be a nice, relaxing, just go through records, and I'll put stuff up here, whether I like it or y'all like it. We'll see what's in these crates, and we'll sell records. Not a lot of agenda tonight. Just sell records. Show records and sell records. Let me pull up our chat. Also, there was a charger. Is that it right there? Okay. That was what I need to charge this other phone. I need to charge this other phone. So yeah, let's go through this first crate that's on the table. We'll figure out. I don't know what this is. I don't want to unplug anything. Okay, I'll do this one right here. Yeah, wing it. Which usually means we find the best stuff when we wing it. We find stuff from bins past that got overlooked. So
good bins on the other side.
Yeah, I saw this one look pretty good. We got plenty of new vinyl to go through tonight, and then some vintage stuff. So yeah, let's do it. If you're watching, please make sure you share to your Facebook page. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. That's about the equivalent of sharing. We're going to go through some new vinyl. I don't know what's all right here. Yeah, this has got some of that new stuff in it too. Fairly new stuff. And we'll go through that. We got Josh and Tanner here with us. Hadn't really got to even talk to them that much. I hadn't been here too long. And you saw the metal. We sold most of what we showed. I'm not going to go through a whole lot more of that. The next time we do that, it will be a whole nother night where we're promoting it. And we're like, here's the next batch of punk stuff. So, cherry limeade. Boy, that sounds good. All right, so AC/DC Iron Man 2. AC/DC Iron Man 2. This is a 2LP foil cover gatefold. AC/DC really doesn't have a greatest hits, especially ever on vinyl. They may have done a CD, I'm sure, at one time or another, but they've never had a greatest hits on CD. This is about the best compilation of AC/DC music. If you want old stuff, Bon Scott and Adams, Jones, what's the guy? Scott? Bon Scott. Yeah, but this has both eras on of kind of music. It's essentially the soundtrack to Iron Man 2, but it's like an AC/DC's greatest hits. I've only got one of those last night. Mike still on. So I've got 2 crates of, yes, I'll have Japanese stuff tonight. We're going to go grab that in just a second, David. Your Japanese stuff will be shown tonight. We will probably do nothing but run Japanese auctions all night. Dio, Holy Diver, 2LP, $46.99. Actually, let me go grab that stuff right now. I'll have on sale vintage, new vinyl to show, and I'll probably have a couple new LPs to put on sale as well at some point or another. Savatage, Power of the Night. That's on clear vinyl, exclusive pop-up gatefold, $39.99. Chris, the AC/DC is $59.99. That's technically an import. I don't think there is a U.S. version of this. If there is, we've never been able to get it. That's $59.99, or it's been out of stock for a long time. Savatage. I've only got one of these left. It's the Jerry Lee Lewis live at the Hamburg Star Club on indie exclusive white vinyl. That is $38.99 for Jerry Lee Lewis live. And Elliott Smith. Elliott Smith is $31.99. That's called Either or. Elliott Smith, $31.99 for that. I got two of those available. Ray Charles Sings, Count Basie Swings. That's a fairly new release. Genius Squared. That is $36.99 for Ray Charles. First sale of the night. Ring the bell. That goes to Freddie Milford. Wasn't he the first sale last night or pretty close to it? But Freddie, I've got you down for Savatage. I have more of those if anybody else is interested in one. I still have Dio Magica in stock, which there for a while we were selling the heck out of these. Everybody that already has one may already got one, but if you don't, this is newly remastered. It says long out of print, which is true. I think this originally came out in, I'm not for sure when. Also, it has a barcode over a barcode. I don't think it's colored vinyl, but maybe it has a bonus 7-inch. Maybe that's what's extra about it, $39.99. Adam Stein on Elliott Smith. I now have one Elliott Smith left if anybody wants that one. Paul Brothers is going to get the Jerry Lee Lewis. That's a classic concert, evidently. I think there was bootlegs of it around for a long time. And if anybody else wants one of those, let me know. I can try to order some more. Tame Impala, Lonerism, $44.99 for Tame Impala, Lonerism, and Ultravox. This is the 40th Anniversary Deluxe Edition, Half-Speed Master by Alchemy at Air, and that is $33.99 for Ultravox, and that is the 40th Anniversary Deluxe Edition. B-52's Whammy, that is the 40th Anniversary on Limited Edition Splatter Vinyl. Whammy, $29.99, the B-52s. I've got that one, and we've got more somewhere around here. Jared wants the Holy Diver. Jared, you get the Holy Diver, D.O. I'm waiting for somebody to pull the trigger on the AC/DC, because that is the last one I have, and I remember the first time these were coming around, I sold a ton of them. It's really cool packaging with a foil cover, $59.99 for AC/DC. Savatage, this is the last handful of Rain that I have. That is $44.99, dedicated to the legendary guitarist and co-founder Chris Olivia. $44.99 for Savatage, half-speed master with 12-page book. The other Tame Impala is Currents. Currents is $44.99. We have Wasp on red vinyl. Yes, so this is the red. I was about to say, I was hoping I had red vinyl left. Wasp, self-titled, and that is on limited edition red vinyl. Wasp debut album, $44.99. There's another Tame Impala Current. So I got two of both of the Tame Impala albums we have. U2 October, last one we have left. That's limited edition cream vinyl, cream colored vinyl with 16-page book, U2 October. I hadn't seen an OG of that in quite some time, $36.99. Chris Gardner wants Wasp. U2 is already kind of, for some reason, as a multi-platinum artist, hard to get, just seems like. I don't know why, but especially their early stuff. Boy, October, even Unforgettable Fire. We don't get them in too often. There's another Wasp left. So I have three of them. I had three of them. I got two left now. The Sisters of Mercy, First, Last, and Always. That is a Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab pressing, $39.99. I tried ordering more of those the other night, and they were, or last night, and they were all gone. So what I have left is all I'll probably be able to get for a while. And heck, that might be the last one. I don't see the rest of the, maybe right here. Yeah, I've got four of them. I got four of these left. Sisters of Mercy, $39.99. Wasp Babylon, $28.99. That's a gatefold pressing single LP. Wasp Babylon, $28.99. Joe Barrios on Sisters of Mercy. That's a MoFi pressing. They're actually limited edition. I don't know how many, but this is $76.25. And let me go find our Japanese vinyl so I can go get some new auctions. If anybody else wants a Sisters of Mercy, let me know. Last record I'll show right quick is Savatage, Dead Winter's Dead. And is this the one where they said had the Christmas Eve, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra? I guess some of the same people in that playing those guitars were in Savatage. That's what I've learned lately. That's $59.99. Let me go grab our new Japanese arrivals tonight, and they're
Red Crate had Japanese.
oh, okay. Tanner says there's already some up here. There's some that's fairly new arrivals. Let me see if this is new stuff. If anything, we'll get some of them rolling. Yeah, some of this I don't think I ever did put up, so let me do that now. There's a Duran and Bob Seeger in here. So let's do. Oop! I grabbed Men at Work. That's okay. Let's see here. Jared also wants a Sisters of Mercy. I got those right back here. Let me grab those. Let me put the rest that's in this crate so when I go back through them, I can show them again. But Sisters of Mercy, that's one so for Jared. And I've got two more I'll put in here, and that is for sure my last two right now. The first Warren album, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Well, the order for that came in, and yeah, the order for that came in, and then everything else. Oh yeah, and I've got some stuff I put on Facebook to auction. Those Led Zeppelin albums, Iron Maiden, Rat. That's some more stuff I found randomly in a crate last night. So, good stuff. Let's see here. All right, first two Japanese auctions is, these aren't even tagged, but that's okay. Let's take a look at it. Duran, 7 and the Ragged Tiger. Yeah, near mint pristine Japanese pressing. This is going to be a $35 start. There's the pristine LP. I feel like this has something extra with it. There's the Japanese insert. No, this has, these have like little mini posters that look like album artwork. There's the 7 and Ragged Tiger. There's their first album cover. There's the Japanese insert. And it has a poster. Wow, so this has two kind of record flips, an insert, a poster, and the cover is really nice too. And this is a $35 start for Duran. Has all those extras. That's a near mint, pristine Japanese pressing. And then Men at Work Cargo, it looks like it has a Japanese insert. It's also a $35 start. Let me set this crate off the top here so I can lay the other auctions. But yeah, we're going to go back through some vintage on sale. You know, buy it now, best offer stuff we do. And a lot of cool stuff to show tonight. All right, so that's our first two auctions. Let me see what else I missed. So Corey, I don't have any more warrants right now. I don't really, excuse me, I don't have any new punk albums really to show tonight. The next time we do all that stuff, it will be another advertised night where we have a lot more. I've only got 2 crates. If I do show any, I've got 2 crates, and I was going to wait till we have a whole nother night of it. So, and Alice wants a Counting Crows, August, and everything after. Those should be in the, I see the top of them. They're right over there in the C bin. I do have that. I will show those and see if anybody else wants one. And did I miss anything else? Yes, Tesla is going back up. That was actually an unpaid item. The last time we sold that Tesla album, it didn't get paid for, along with that Def Leppard and a couple of those other ones that was in those pictures. That was all one person who bought all that one night, and he didn't pay for it. Lambert, David Bowie soundtrack to Lambert, $33.99. Both auctions have bids. Duran's at $35. Men at Work's at $45. Arctic Monkeys, I got a restock of Arctic Monkeys, or I guess it's the first time I've had this album. Whatever people say I am, I'm not. That's a tough title to read. Very wordy. $29.99 for Arctic Monkeys. We had the Vinyl Me Please of that. That's why I ordered it. I had the Vinyl Me Please version of this, which was like $60, $80. And this is the standard black vinyl, $29.99. Rush Moving Pictures, of course, $36.99 for Rush Moving Pictures. I have LA Guns live in Toronto. That's on red and blue vinyl. That's a 2LP, $44.99 for that. And Judas Priest Turbo, that's got to be one of my last copies, $31.99, Judas Priest Turbo. Let's see here. Heroes David Bowie, this is $31.99. Heroes David Bowie is $31.99. I've got a couple copies of that. And Sturgill Simpson Cutting Grass. Sturgill Simpson Cutting Grass is $33.99. Can I buy the Rat album? Tim, we will put that up for auction. The rule on Rat albums is they all go up for auction. There are probably several other people waiting for that one to be put up. It will be put up in the next half hour, maybe in the next 15 minutes, but it will be put up for auction. Anthony Smith gets Turbo. So final call on Duran. Kyle Morgan's at $35. This has 2 inserts or 2 like mini posters, and then an insert, and a big poster. Obi, near mint pristine vinyl, 35, and Jerry Stone is at 45 on Men at Work. Those are both going twice, going 3 times. Let's see. Lynch Mob Revolution, $29.99. Lynch Mob Revolution, that's on red vinyl, $29.99. And Queensryche Condition Human. Queensryche Condition Human, $33.99. We got a fan of people who don't like auctions, people who don't like buy it nows, and so that's why I do both at the same time. We'll have auctions and buy it nows at the same time to keep everything balanced. This Queensryche album was tough to get for a long time. We finally got our initial order from back out into, where was we at? April. I ordered these back in April and posted the pre-order. We just got them this week or this past week. $33.99. Let's see. Chris wants LM. That's Lynch Mob. Chris Carrick, I've got you down for Lynch Mob. That's $29.99. And I have David Bowie pinups. That was a restock we were waiting on too. $29.99. Can you get the newest Queensryche? I think we have one left. I think there's. Let me show the other Queensryche albums I have in the bin. I pulled most of the Queensryche stuff last night, and we sold a little bit of it. The 2 Wasp albums. Michael, we have Babylon for $28.99. That is Wasp Babylon. And I've got, what was the other one? Self-Titled. And that was on red vinyl, limited edition red vinyl, $44.99. Let me go ahead and end these first 2 auctions. Men at Work is sold to Jerry Stone for $45. And Duran Duran is sold 1 bid. And that is sold to Kyle Morgan, $35. Those are sold. Let me grab a couple. Did you grab the Counting Crows? Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 left. Let me show that Counting Crows album in case somebody else wants one. And I will grab the other Queensryche and Wasp albums we have. Let me find the Q section. Here's the W's, Wasp. Wow, I only have one of them. The other night we had a couple. We must have sold some in the store. I have another Rob Zombie album I didn't show last night. And there's been a lot of people asking for this guy right here. LMNOPQ. Where are you, Qs? Qs. Plasmatics. Police. PQ. I got to be getting close. Queens of Stone Age. Here we go. Quicksand. All right. What did I miss? Okay, so here's a couple things I just pulled. Jamie, here's Queensryche Digital Noise Alliance. That's on Gatefold Lilac Vinyl, limited to 2,000. That is $49.99. We have Queensryche Promised Land. That's on, should be clear vinyl, $38.99. Rob Zombie, The Sinister Urge. Rob Zombie is $33.99. The Sinister Urge. I meant to show that last night when we sold out of all of our Rob Zombie. Counting Crows, somebody just asked for one of these, and I've got 2 left. That is August and Everything After. This is $49.99. Counting Crows, August and Everything After. $49.99. August and Everything After. And then here's a Wasp album I hadn't shown in a few weeks. Golgotha. I struggle with this one. Golgotha. $36.99. Yeah, there's another O. Seth said it the other night. That was, of course, the place Jesus Christ was crucified. That's however you say that. I think I add too many syllables in there. I got 3 Stevie Ray Vaughan albums. Live in 1980, $38.99. I've got Texas Flood for $38.99. And I have Live Alive for $44.99. That's the 3 Stevie Ray Vaughans I have. Golgotha. Yeah, Golgotha. Yeah. Stevie Ray Vaughan, $38.99 for Live. Texas Flood, $38.99. And Live Alive, $44.99. Justin Cleveland wants Live Alive. I know, I just got the notification that Missouri beat Tennessee, so I don't really follow the basketball too much. I think I said that a few weeks ago. I don't want to be stressed out over that, so I just let the basketball do their own thing, you know. Good luck to them. Okay, Justin Cleveland got Live Alive. I need to order more. Stevie Ray Vaughan, so if anybody wants on a wait list for these. Michael Nath, you were second. If you want this one, I've got to order more. And then if you want the Live 1980, Michael, you can have it. If not, Sherry Darnell was next. So, and Scott Fairchild wants Texas Flood. So somebody's going to get that other live album, either Michael or Sherry. And then if anybody wants on the waiting list, please let me know. All right, we have a VG Plus Monkey's Best. VG Plus Monkey's Best. So for Japanese, VG Plus 1980. All right, he wants the live 1980. So Sherry, let me know if you're okay with a waiting list for the other one. And Chris Carrick also wants on the waiting list the Live Alive or the Live in Austin 1980. So this has some stray marks on it, kind of unusual for Japanese pressings. And this is a really nice copy otherwise, especially side 2. Side 2 looks to be near mint. This is a Monkeys compilation, all the great stuff, the theme, you know, Stepping Stone, I'm a Believer, Words, a little bit me, a little bit me, a little bit me, a little bit you, she. So that's a $25 start. $25 start for the Monkey's Best. There's the Japanese insert with the lyrics. Yeah, Words, I'm a Believer, Valerie. Daydream Believer, that's the other one I was looking for. Usually they have Last Train to Clarksville on all these too. That's a $25 start. Cool cover. About VG Plus on the vinyl, so not a perfect pristine copy. And then we have Emerson, Lake and Palmer's Trilogy album, and this is a $35 start. This I can call near mint pristine Japanese vinyl. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Trilogy. That one is like new. It's a nice gatefold cover with Obi, VG Plus, and we have the lyric book with it too. That is a $35 start for Emerson, Lake and Palmer Trilogy. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. So Scott got the Texas Flood. We had Sherry and Chris on the wait list for 1980, and Michael Nath got the one that we had on hand. And I added a couple other things. Tracy's at 25. I added a few more things in this crate. The other Wasp album, it's $36.99. Counting Crows, Rob Zombie, and then the other 2 Queensryche albums, Digital Noise Alliance and Promised Land. I don't think I missed anything else. If I did, let me know. I'm about to put up our first crate of vintage, which will be a buy it now best offer bin. I don't know if y'all heard me earlier, but tonight's kind of like an unplanned night, just whatever we can find. Right before I went live, we booked another trip to Texas. There's a guy in Dallas with a pretty big collection for sale. It looks like it's his personal collection and some other inventory he had. So we're going there tomorrow or I'm going there tomorrow. He's got so much, we really don't know how to move it yet. So I'm going to really, I'm going to kind of evaluate, and if Tanner has to come later with the proper transportation, we'll do that. So I'm going to Texas again tomorrow, just north of where we were, to Dallas this time, and look at another collection. So okay.
They're pretty. That one.
No, what was Hertz? What was that? Yeah. I probably need a big one just in case, but that's, man, vehicles are expensive. So, wow, renting vehicles is expensive, right? Okay, let's see here. Promised Land was $36.99. Promised Land is $36.99. $36.99. Okay. Oak Cliff, I guess. Wow, Steve, there's statues of him everywhere in Texas, huh? Okay, we have Mr. Mister. Welcome to the real world. What we're going to do here is I'm going to show a record. I'm going to tell you what we have it priced. You can buy it or you can make an offer. And tonight, with a really unplanned night, I've got a lot of stuff I would like to sell you. If we go back through a bin of records that's technically already been shown, I promise you, I don't know if I'm going to do stuff half off as usual, but, you know, we're going to be very negotiable, especially on vintage vinyl. The new stuff will probably still be sticker unless I have an on-sale crate I come up with. But, yeah, buy it now, best offer. And this has the original inner sleeve with it, and it's near mint, $34.99. Mr. Welcome to the Real World. The Fletch soundtrack, gold stamp promo, $24.99. Fletch, which had Chevy Chase in it. The music by The Fix, Harold Faltermeyer, Dan Hartman, Kim Wilde. That was $24.99. This is the Rocky Horror Picture Show picture disc, the original. And this is $64.99, 1979 limited edition numbered Rocky Horror Picture Show picture disc. That is $64.99. Bruce Hornsby in the Range, The Way It Is. That was $29.99. And yeah, perfect copy. That's just The Way It Is. That has there's a couple different covers, or at least 2 covers to that album. That's the one I don't get as often. Toto Fahrenheit is $19.99. And we have the Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line, $14.99. Let's see here. Emerson Lake. All right, we got bids on both of our auctions. Tracy has the Monkeys for $25, going twice, going 3 times. Emerson Lake and Palmer is at $35, going twice, going 3 times. I'm about to sell both of those. Tracy Tallman on the Rocky Horror Picture Show picture disc. That's sold to Tracy. David Eberly on Toto. Some of this stuff is from about a month or 2 ago. I think I've only been through it once, so for a lot of y'all, it's going to be like new arrivals. David Howard on Bruce Hornsby, especially if you didn't get to watch that night. We go through, when we're cranking out new arrivals, we're putting out 6 or 8 crates a night. And if you don't catch every second of our show, usually when we're going back through stuff, it's probably going to look fairly new to you. This is some really good stuff in this one. Huey Lewis in the News, picture this, $19.99. It's all buy it now, best offer as well. Kodachrome, who was this? John Cale, yeah, 1972 Terre Haute Press, $39.99. That's one I don't get too often. John Cale, I guess that's called the Academy in Peril. Looks like Kodak, Kodachrome film on the front. Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace, $19.99. You're going to miss the Super Bowl. Yeah, well, I'm not too excited about this one. I guess have missed watching one, but by that time, I'll probably be back at my hotel, but it's going to take all day to look through these records. So we're looking at, and I've had people really inflate their counts before. He told me 100,000, and I've went and looked at 100,000 before, and it's turned out to be 30,000 or 20,000. But if he really does have that many, that's 2 semis full. The Spirit of America, the Beach Boys, that's $24.99. The Kinks, Misfits is $19.99. And Jackson Browne, Hold Out, $19.99. What sucks is after vehicle, hotel, and airplane, just to go look at a collection, cost about $1,000 just to go look at them. So hopefully I buy something while I'm there. If I don't buy them all, hopefully I buy something. The Best of Music Machine, $24.99. Jeremy, the Huey Lewis was $19.99. Huey Lewis, that was picture this, $19.99. All right, let me put up 2 new auctions. Tracy Miller gets the Monkeys for $25, and Bob Dorco gets Emerson, Lake and Palmer for $35. The Radiohead over here is $69.99. Radiohead Amnesia, $69.99. Bill Toe write-offs. Write-offs sometimes aren't a good thing. Let's see here. Let's do the Foreigner. Hey, we got a Foreigner self-titled Japanese press. And let me go ahead and put up the Seeger. We'll start these lower than I normally would because I don't even have them tagged. This is a Foreigner self-titled. This is their debut LP, Japanese pressing. Really nice Japanese pressing. Really nice Japanese pressing. And we have a really nice copy here. Yeah, Foreigner self-titled LP. I'm going to start this one just at $25. I repeat, just at $25. Has the lyric insert with it. Feels like the very first time, Cold as Ice. I like the song Woman Oh Woman, Long Way From Home, Lou Gramm, Mick Jones. That's just a $25 start. And we're only going to start Bob Seger at $25. And this is another near mint, pristine Japanese pressing. Bob Seger, The Distance. Bob Seger, The Distance, near mint Japanese pressing. $25 start on that. $25 start on that. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. Angela Leckington on JB, Jackson Browne. That's sold to Angela. What's the lowest for MM? Michelle, I will do $28 on that. That's approximately 3. That'd be 20% off if you want that. And I've sold a lot of those, mostly at sticker price. But if you want that one, $28. Yeah, are you getting the Suburban?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess go ahead and do that. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I'm having to rent a vehicle for one day tomorrow. $300. Okay. Let's see. Bob Seeger 25, 425, and Michelle said she will take it for 28. Price on Huey, Jeremy, it was $19.99, and everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Huey Lewis is $19.99, buy it now, best offer. Emmylou Harris, Blue Kentucky Girl, gold stamp promo on the back, $14.99 for Emmylou Harris, Blue Kentucky Girl. That's a nice copy. I don't know, I can't quite remember where these came from, but so far I'm seeing really clean vinyl. Robert Palmer, Maybe It's Live. Robert Palmer is $19.99. Robert Palmer, that is $19.99. Maybe It's Live. Josh Ragland on Huey. Jeremy said 15. Well, now that puts me in a tough spot. Jeremy, here's what I'll do. If you want it for 15, I'll sell it to you. I think Josh was going to pay $19.99, but if you want it for 15, you had first dibs on it. I guess I'll go ahead and sell it to you. $15. Sometimes I'm like, well, if you wanted it, $19.99, because somebody else has already claimed it for that, but I'll sell that to you for 15. So that's Jeremy's for 15. Mr. Mister was 28. And Debbie, we're going to sell Debbie Emmylou Harris for $10. Okay. High bid on Foreigner right now is $30 with Greg Rogers, and Bob Seeger's at $30 with Carol Puckett. Jeremy said he'll take it for 15. Warren Zevon, this is his debut LP, self-titled, $34.99. 1976 Warren Zevon, $34.99. Self-titled, $34.99. Red Rockers, Good as Gold. This is $19.99. Patty's out on Foreigner. High bid is with Greg Rogers at $30. And Bob Seeger is at $30 with Carol Puckett. Those are both going once, going twice. Adam Stein on Warren Zevon. Michelle's at $32 on Bob Seeger. The Who, Face Dances, $19.99. The Who Face Dances, $19.99. This has, sometimes they have a poster with it. This one does not. The Who Face Dances, that's $19.99. ZZ Top Afterburner, nice copy in shrink wrap, $24.99 for Afterburner. ZZ Top, $24.99. A lot of collections have that. Point Blank American Excess is $19.99. Point Blank American Excess, that's $19.99. And Robert Palmer Riptide, that's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Robert Palmer Riptide, $19.99. All right, Michelle was at 32 on Seeger. Michael Nath, Adam was right before you claiming the Warren Zevon. Brandon Jackson, I've got you down for ZZ Top. David Eberly, you were second. Carol's at 35 on Seeger. Michelle says out, and then we had somebody else out on Foreigner. So final call on Foreigner for $30. Final call on Seeger for $35. I'm about to sell both of those.
Is that the correct address for that card?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if it...
Well, the reason I have to rent a vehicle is because I may have stuff I have to haul back, and I'll rent it for another day when I'm driving back. So, yeah. I have to have one just in case. I may rent one and don't even really need it, but yeah. Got to do it. Okay, Bill Toe said 15 on Palmer. Sell that to Bill Toe for $15. We got a new bid on the Foreigner, so Greg, you're out on the Foreigner, and last call on Bob Seeger. The Romantics in Heat is $19.99. The Romantics in Heat, that has their hit song Talking in Your Sleep on it. That is $19.99. That was a really nice looking copy. By the way, everything in here has been clean, sleeved, priced, and ready to sell or ready to make an offer. Rick Ocasek, one of the lead singers from The Cars. This is his solo album, Beautitude. $14.99 for Rick Ocasek. $14.99. And REO Speedwagon. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. This has ended up being a really good crate. Nice classic rock stuff. Orange Epic OG label of inner sleeve. That's $19.99. And we have Pat Metheny Group Off Ramp, $19.99 for Pat Metheny Group. Foreigner 35. Gary says Tom 15. What was Tom? Tom 15. Gary Samuels. REO, Rick, Romantics. let me know what that was. I don't see any other thing, Tom. And do you ever rent from Turo? Have you ever rent from Turo? Not for sure what that is. Foreigners at 35. Gary says Romantics. Okay, that was an autocorrect. So yes, sell Gary Samuels the Romantics for 15, and David Eberly is going to claim the REO. Those are both sold. Looks like no other activity on Seeger, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that to Carol Puckett for $35. Bob Seeger sold to Carol Puckett for $35, and we got multiple people still bidding on Foreigner. The last bid I seen was Chip Hall. Chip Hall has the high bid at 35. Greg, he was before you, and he has the high bid at 35, and that was for the Japanese press of Foreigner self-titled. I'm going to pull a couple more out of here, and then I'm going to go to the back, and I think we got a whole new crate of stuff that's never been shown before. Let me do one more out of here. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this Elvis Presley Love Songs. This was also a check condition Japanese pressing. Has like a hairline or two right there. It is a scuff though. Yeah, and it has kind of a weird mark right here. Definitely a non-feeler. So that's what I'm thinking. That's about for a Japanese record, probably a VG plus. That's going to be a $20 start. That's an Elvis compilation of love songs. Like You Don't Have to Say You Love Me Until It's Time to Go. I've Lost You, Always on My Mind. Are You Lonesome Tonight? I Can't Stop. Yeah, I Can't Stop Loving You. Love Me Tender. Can't Help Falling in Love. That's the big one. $20 start for Elvis. $20 start for Elvis. Foreigner's now at 37. Moody Blues, Long Distance Voyager. Moody Blues, Long Distance Voyager. That is $14.99. Long Distance Voyager. That is $14.99. And we have Trillion, Clear Approach. Trillion is $14.99. Clear Approach. Trillion, $14.99. The Pretenders, Extended Play. The Pretenders is $19.99. Extended Play. The Pretenders, that's a nice copy. $19.99. And Meatloaf, Dead Ringer. $34.99 for Meatloaf, Dead Ringer. We have the original inner sleeve, and that is a nice copy. $34.99. The Tubes now, $19.99. The Tubes now, $19.99. And I see a Chicago album. Chicago, $9.99. And this was, okay, let's get my Roman numerals. That's definitely 11. Chicago 11, $9.99. Now, somebody tells me that's 9, I'm going to freak out. Meatloaf, sold to Lou Hetzer. Looking for a $20 start on the Elvis comp. Where's all the Elvis bidders? Japanese press. It is a VG plus, which means it's going to still play probably like it's near mint minus. And that's a $20 start on that. And Foreigner is now at 40. The Best of the Outsiders. The Best of the Outsiders is $19.99. Yeah, the biggest thing with us with a vehicle is we've got to be able to rent it in Dallas and possibly return it in Nashville. Or we got to have something that's big enough to transport a lot, you know. So usually we bring our own vehicle, but when you have a long distance trip, it gets complicated. It gets very complicated. Wendy's at 20 on Elvis. The Best of Gary and the Pacemakers is $9.99. Best of Gary and the Pacemakers, that is $9.99. Carole King's Tapestry. Now this is something that is, I guess it's a collection essential. Yeah, I mean it's a very important album. $24.99. I mean, I love it. Absolutely fantastic stuff. That is an OG press, $24.99. We got Chris at 30 on Elvis. We had Greg's out on Foreigner, so final call. Foreigner is with 40 with Chip Hall, $40. 100,000 in Suburban. Yeah, well, that wouldn't work. That's I think that's probably 2 or 3 semis. Elvis is now at 35. Final call on Foreigner at $40 with Chip Hall. ZZ Top Fandango, $34.99. ZZ Top Fandango, $34.99. $34.99. Illegal Steals, that's a Stephen Stills solo album, $19.99. Stephen Stills of Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Buffalo Springfield. The Great Buddy Holly, $19.99 for the great Buddy Holly. That's a compilation, MCA Records. And one more before I end Foreigner. I'm about to end Foreigner. Buddy Holly, Ray Vaughn, another Buddy Holly compilation, $19.99. If you're just joining us, everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Foreigner, I'm going to go ahead and sell that Foreigner record to Chip Hall for $40. That goes to Chip Hall. We're going to sell Clint the Carole King for $5 off. That's $19.99 to Clint Howard. And let's see here. Let's see. Wendy was not bidding $420. But Chris is at 40 on this. Chris is at 40 on this. And Graham Parker Squeezing Out Sparks. This is $14.99. $14.99. Graham Parker Squeezing Out Sparks. $14.99. Wendy's at 41 on Elvis. David offered 25 on Fandango. David, let's make that 28. Let's make that 28. That's what I did on the Mr. record earlier. I'll sell that to you for 28 if you're good with that. The Beau Brummels. The Beau Brummels is $14.99. The Beau Brummels is $14.99. And Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town, $14.99. Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town, $14.99. Sell David ZZ Top for 28. That's sold to David Eberly. And the Judds Rockin' with the Rhythm, $19.99. The Judds Rockin' with the Rhythm, $19.99. But Alex wants the Buddy Holly comp that's on the MCA label. And Elvis, Chris, let me know if you're in or out on Elvis. Wendy has that for 41. Wendy has that for 41. Van Morrison, then Inarticulate Speech of the Heart, 34. The band, yeah. In this crate. Okay, I'll pull it if it is. Van Morrison is $34.99. Inarticulate Speech of the Heart. That is $34.99. Van Morrison. Sherry is very fast to that. Sell that to Sherry. And sell Kevin Hughes the Judds for $15. Reason we don't have a box truck or really need one is because I kind of have to get there fast. So it's easier for us to fly somewhere and then figure out how to get them back. That way we're not spending 2 days driving. Flying really speeds up the process. Otherwise, we would miss a lot more sales. So we do have a truck and a trailer and a Tahoe, but that's the problem is once I get there, I'm kind of stranded, just got off a plane, and then I've got to figure out the way to bring back stuff. That's where the problems come in. Jack Bruce, Songs for a Tailor, $34.99. That's a 1969 Monarch press. Jack Bruce, Songs for a Tailor, $34.99. The Kinks, Kink Size, a 1970s press, very clean, $29.99. The Kinks, Kink Size, that is a very clean copy. That's a 70s reissue, $29.99. All right, Elvis, we ended up at $50. Wendy's bidding, Peter's bidding, Chris is bidding. This is a VG. This is a VG Plus copy of Elvis Presley Love Songs. Japanese press. Chris is at 50. Final call on that. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Part 2, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. That's a 1980 UK, $19.99. $19.99. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Part 2, $19.99. Berlin. This is $24.99, 1986. Berlin. This has Take My Breath Away. Has the hype sticker in shrink wrap. Very nice copy. That is $24.99. Final call on Elvis at $50, and I'm going to go grab that new crate of Japanese stuff. Another Van Morrison, TB Sheets, 1973 Pittman press. This is the US OG of this album, and it is extremely nice. Bang Records, $34.99. And Van Halen, Women and Children First. This has the poster with it, $54.99. This has the poster with it, $54.99. This has the David Lee Roth poster, $54.99. Poster is in there. About a VG Plus cover. Vinyl was super clean. Lou Hetzer, I will sell you the Kinks for $24.99 if you want that. $24.99. Let me go ahead and end Elvis. That's sold to Chris Carrick for $30, and Chris is also going to get the Van Halen. That was Kinks. That's pending to Lou. Chris gets Van Halen. Let me go grab our next bin of Japanese stuff right quick. Not before I show you the Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly, a VG copy. not $14.99. It's a VG copy. It's not the best condition. It's a VG. $14.99. Still not bad. Still playable. And REO Speedwagon, Riding the Storm Out. Riding the Storm Out is $19.99. REO Speedwagon. Lou passes on the kinks. Anybody want this for $25? Let me know. And we have the BG's Main Course. The BG's Main Course, that is $9.99. Nazareth, close enough for rock and roll, is $19.99. And America Hideaway, $9.99. Let me go grab another bin of Japanese. I'll be back. I can still talk to you while I'm walking. Hopefully you can hear me before my mic cuts out. I have to walk to the back. Bob Marley, Queen. Let me grab these Zeppelin records as well. Some other stuff we're going to auction tonight. Let me put them right here. That was some good looking stuff. All right, so what did I miss? John Porter on REO. John Porter was first to the REO Speedwagon, and then Michela, then Alvo, then Chip Hall. The Beatles. This is the early stuff with Tony Sheridan. West German pressing, $24.99. The Kinks that was put back, that was Kink Size featuring All Day and All the Night. Tired of Waiting for You. That's a 70s repress. I said I would do $25. He offered $19. I said I would do $25. All right, so this crate has John Denver, Dan Fogelberg, Queen, Bob Marley, U2, Pink Floyd, Wham, Robert Plant. Let's do Robert Plant. Who else is in here? Toto. Ooh, Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits, Japanese press. Let's do those two. Michael Nass said he'll take it for $25. Sherry says she'll Sherry's always, she would buy a lot more. Sometimes she gives everybody a chance. She did that in a flip crate the other night. She said, I'll take 2 the Van Morrisons, but I'll also take all the other ones if nobody else wants them. I'm like, well, they're yours if you want them. That's sold to Sherry. Michael Nath got the Kinks for $25. Sherry got Van Morrison. And do you have any 7-inch outer sleeves and 70 anti-static? I believe I do. Give me 1 second. I'll show those to you. And let me go ahead and get our next 2 auctions rolling. This is Robert Plant, Shaken and Stirred, Japanese press. Really cool obi. I don't think I've had this one before. $35 start for Robert Plant, Shaken and Stirred. Pristine, near mint Japanese pressing. There's the LP. Looks like we got a lyric insert with it. Yep, we got a lyric insert. We got a Robert Plant Led Zeppelin discography insert. We have another insert. And we have a really nice cover with Obi. $35 start on Robert Plant, Shaken and Stirred. You need that in your Zeppelin collection. And I've never had this before. Steve Miller Band as a Japanese press. This is a $55 start. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Does it got something else in the cover? No, it feels awfully heavy. Just a nice sturdy jacket. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. That's very cool. There's the cover. Has the inner sleeve with it. Has a Japanese insert here. And the vinyl is pristine, as you would expect. And that's a $55 start. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Japanese pressing of that. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss any other comments. So 35 and 55 on those. It looked like it was souvenirs, David. Dan Fogelberg Souvenirs. Price on Wham. Give me 1 second on that. Mark Fallon said he would do $8 on the BG. Sell that to Mark Fallon for $8. All right. We have Dave Mason. Dave Mason, $9.99. Self-titled and shrink wrap, $9.99. Let's see. Grazing in the Grass, Friends of Distinction, $24.99. The Friends of Distinction, Grazing. Sometimes I accidentally throw the words in the grass in there because that's the song on the album. Orange RCA label, $24.99. Grazing, the Friends of Distinction. Waylon Jennings, It's Only Rock and Roll, $24.99. Waylon Jennings, It's Only Rock and Roll. Nice copy. I'm having a pair of custom thumb cuffs made. Chad, how many vinyl do we have to buy in one night for you to get topless on the next live stream? Wow, that was 2 comments I didn't expect we're reading tonight. Thumb cuffs and how many records for me to take my shirt off? Wow. Steve Miller Band, Brent Hall's at $55, and Freddie Milford also bid $55. Brent was in first. David Tate wants the Waylon Jennings. Sting, The Dream of the Blue Turtles is $19.99. Sting, The Dream of the Blue Turtles. Looks like the top corner got stung as well. A little something wrong with that. $19.99. Neil Young Trans, $34.99. Michael Nath is at $60 on Steve Miller Band. $34.99 for Neil Young Trans. Everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Voices in the Sky, The Moody Blues, $19.99. Voices in the Sky, The Moody Blues. That's the best of The Moody Blues, $19.99. Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood, $19.99. Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood, $19.99. Moby Grape, VG Plus, $14.99. VG Plus, $14.99. That's Moby Grape. Wow. Wow. VG Plus, $14.99. Greg Rogers on RP. RP was Robert Plant. He may be about the bid. Robert Plant's at $35. We have Frampton. VG Plus, $14.99. Sell Mark Fallon, Moby Grape for $9. That's sold to Mark Fallon. And we have Santana Z-Bop. $19.99 for Santana Z-Bop. Patsy Montana and the Prairie Ramblers, $9.99. Early cowboy music. Yes, Yesterday's is $19.99. And Shelly Mann 234. That's a 1982 press, $19.99 for Shelly Mann. Doctor Who, the music, the BBC Radio Workshop, $29.99. That's 1983 in shrink wrap. Doctor Who, the music. Boston, Third Stage is $34.99. Some great records in here. I'm going to flip through those one more time from the back and just read off titles. If anybody wants anything, please let me know. Steve Miller Band is now at $60 with Freddie Milford. Brent Hall, You're Out. Freddie has that for $60. Greg is at $40 on Robert Plant. Greg's at $40 on Robert Plant. That's going twice, going 3 times. Definitely about to sell that. And Kuda Bryan said $25 on Doctor Who. Sold. Justin Cleveland, $15 on Yes. Sold. Z-Bop, $15. Sold. Boston, $15. Not sold. I will do this one. Let's see. $25 Arm Lozelle. $25 on that one. Okay, let me see. Yes, Steve Miller Band. Brent Hall's at $65 on Steve Miller Band. We sold Z-Bop, and Arm Lozelle said sold on Boston. That's $25. Debbie Blair, America 6. Brent McKinney, Z-Bop 12. We've already sold that. The Beatles 15, Tracy Miller. Was that for this one right here? If sold, sell that to Tracy Miller for $15. And let's see, Debbie, America 6. Sell that to Debbie for $6. Let's see here. What's the Japanese rubber plant? That is Shaken and Stirred. 2 inserts, Obi, near mint minus. I'm about to sell it for $40. Mark, high bid's $40. I'm about to sell it. Shelly Mann label. Shelly Mann 234 is on, it's a 70s reissue. It's on the MCA Sky label. And that was $19.99. 1982 reissue, MCA Sky label. 25. Let's see here. I will sell Jeannie the Patsy Montana for $5. That's sold to Jeannie Pinnell. All right, so high bid on Steve Miller Band, Freddie Milford, You're Out. High bid on that is $65. And final call on Robert Plant for $40, as in we're about to sell it. Let me read through these titles one more time. We have Fletch soundtrack, the Doobie Brothers, Living on a Fault Line. That was John Cale. Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace. Beach Boys, Spirit of America. The Kinks, Misfits, The Best of Music Machine. Robert Palmer, Maybe It's Alive. Red Rockers, The Who, Face Dances. Point Blank, American Excess. Rick Ocasek, Beatitude, Pat Metheny Group, Off Ramp, The Moody Blues, Long Distance Voyager, Trillion, Clear Approach, The Pretenders, Extended Play, The Tubes Now, Chicago 11, The Best of the Outsiders, The Best of Gary and the Pacemakers, Stephen Stills, Buddy Holly, Graham Parker, The Beau Brummels, Rod Stewart, Jack Bruce, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Part 2, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. I'm not for sure what's the artist or what's the album there. Berlin, Count 3 and Pray, Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly, Nazareth, Close Enough for Rock and Roll, Dave Mason, Self-Titled, Grayson, The Friends of Distinction, Sting, Dream of the Blue Turtles, Neil Young, Trans, Moody Blues, Voices in the Sky, Jethro Tull is sold to Freddie Milford, Peter Frampton, and Shelley Mann. We got a couple questions. Not before I end Robert Plant first. Robert Plant is sold to Greg Rogers. I think Greg Rogers. Yes, Greg Rogers for $40. Steve Miller Band is on its final call. Brent Hall's at $65. And then Josh asked how much was the Misfit or Kinks Misfits. Don't get that confused. It's not a Misfits album. It's a Kinks album. $19.99, Josh. How much is the Robert Palmer? Maybe it's live. Wendy, that was $19.99. Tillman Smoot's going to go ahead and claim the Berlin album. Tillman Smoot on Berlin. Da-da-da-da. Top Gun theme. Let's see here. What happened to it? Berlin has disappeared. There it is. That's sold to that's sold to Tillman Smoot. Kudabrine says, how much is the Hitchhikers? No, that was Kudabrine. $19.99. It's a 1980 UK. Kudabrine asked, and then Rob Scheffler, and then the Doctor Who's already sold. We're gonna sell Kevin. Let me see what I had on that, Kevin. I will split that with you for $15. That's a cool comp. The Best of the Moody Blues. The Voice, Question, Nights in White Satin. I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band. I will sell that for $15. John Stevens said Red Rockers 10. Let me find that. Feel like that was a little bit further up here. Red Rockers 15, 10. Same thing, John. I'll sell that to you for $15. Good as gold. Good as gold. Freddie says out on Steve Miller Band. Sell Josh the Kinks for $15. What's that? Okay, yeah, that's sold to Josh for $15. We're going to sell Wendy Robert Palmer for $15. We're going to sell Dan Rice the Fletch album for $15. That's 3 15s in a row. Alvo, you were second on Kiss. Kyle Morgan 15 on Face Dance. That's the Who. Let's go ahead and sell that to Kyle Morgan for $15. Kuda Bryan said sold, and so did Kevin Huffman. That was sold. That was $19.99 for the Hitchhiker, and Kevin Huffman, that was sold for Moody Blues $15. And Mark Fallon was second, then Allen, then Brent, and then John Stevens also said sold, and that was Red Rockers for $15. And then several people next on that one. Shelly Mann, check condition. No, I don't have any condition notes on it. It actually looks quite nice. It has some hairlines on it. It has a scuff right there. Yeah, it's an EX Plus record. Definitely probably non-audible in that. Sound like a $15 bin. Yeah, it might as well be. Anybody else, don't be afraid to make an offer. I may read through those one more time. Not before I sell the Steve Miller Band to Brent Hall for $65. That is sold to Brent Hall. And we're going to sell Shelly Mann for $12 to Next Play Records. Okay, next Japanese auctions. Let's put up one of these incredible Bob Marley records. This looks incredible. Japanese presses. And we'll go ahead and run, let's throw up a Dan Fogelberg Souvenirs. That looks pretty cool. $25 start. So let me do that one first. Dan Fogelberg Souvenirs. Dan Fogelberg Souvenirs. Nice copy. $25 start, Japanese press, gatefold. I don't know if the OGs are gatefold. They might be, yeah. Nice copy. There's the insert, or the US pressings. And here's what you're going to expect with this one. It is absolutely pristine. That is Fogelberg Souvenirs, $25 start on that. All right, then we have Babylon by Bus, Bob Marley and the Wailers. It's either got a lot of stuff with it or it's a very heavy jacket. This is going to be a $65 start. Bob Marley, Babylon by Bus. Yeah, gatefold pressing, nice jacket. The obi and the insert is one, and it has another insert down in it. So yeah, there is a solicitation, and yeah, the obi and insert's one thing. So if you can see, I don't want to take it out, but that's the insert, and that's also the obi. And, that's why. It's also a 2 LP record. I forgot about that. It is, isn't it? Or is there 2 discs in here? Love. No, it's a 2 LP record. Yeah, this is pristine, near mint Japanese vinyl. $65 start on Bob Marley. This is a top copy. Has both inserts with it, gatefold, $65 on that. I'm going to read through these records one more time. They're all buy it now, best offer. Peter Frampton, Neil Young, Sting, Friends of Distinction, Dave Mason, Nazareth. Rolling Stones is Through the Past Darkly. That's one of the few check condition records in the bin. It's a VG copy for $14.99. Jack Bruce, Rod Stewart, the Beau Brummels, Graham Parker, Buddy Holly, Stephen Stills, Gary and the Pacemakers, The Best of the Outsiders, Chicago, The Tubes, The Pretenders, Trillion, Moody Blues, Pat Metheny, Rick Ocasek, Point Blank, Music Machine, Beach Boys, Steppenwolf, John Cale, and the Doobie Brothers. The Sting was $19.99. Sting was $19.99. All right, I'm about to change crates. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. I can pull if anybody has any other questions about those. So we have, we're looking for a 65 chip. If you're bidding on Bob Marley, be sure to put the numerical after the bid, of course. And Dan Fogelberg's a $25 start. You bet, $15 for Sting. Freddie Milford's at $75 on Bob Marley. Sting is sold to Jeremy for $15. Let's go through this crate. I think this has some fairly new stuff in it, new vinyl. We've got Savage's Edge of Thorns, the final album by Chris Olivia, 2 LP colored vinyl, yellow vinyl, 12-page book. It's actually it's mastered at 45 RPM, $49.99 for Sabotage. Black Sabbath Paranoid, $28.99. So we have a $75 bid on Bob Marley and a $25 bid on Dan Fogelberg. Paranoid is $28.99. Paranoid, $28.99. Chris Oliva. Thank you. I must be looking at that wrong. Olivia. Yeah, I guess it's just, it looks like, yeah, that's not Olivia, is it? That's Oliva. Thank you. My brain immediately wanted to say Olivia. Oliva. Thank you, Austin. U2, The Unforgettable Fire, $36.99. U2 is $36.99. Graham Parsons, Grievous Angel, that is $29.99. $29.99. Graham Parsons, Grievous Angel. And Van Halen. Van Halen is $38.99. The 1984 cut from the original Analog Masters, $38.99. All right, final call on Bob Marley, $75. And final call on Dan Fogelberg for $25. Joey, I will sell you the Rolling Stones for $10. Joey Garland got the Rolling Stones for $10. If there's anybody watching you, I know a lot of people watch for a long time before they finally make a decision to buy. There's nothing to be worried about. We've been selling records here for a long time. You have nothing to worry about. If you're kind of confused on how to buy, just comment whatever you want. We send you an invoice via Facebook message, via email, every Monday, $7 unlimited shipping. U2, All That You Can Leave Behind. U2, All That You Can Leave Behind is $49.99. That's the 20th anniversary, $49.99. And Black Sabbath, Mob Rules. Ronnie James Dio, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, Vinny Appice, $34.99 for Mob Rules. We have a $30 offer on the Beach Boys and Nazareth. I'll go ahead and do that. We're in a $15 bin anyway. Sell both of those at Greg Rogers for $30. Bob Marley's now at $80. Let's go ahead and sell Dan Fogelberg to David Johnson. He's been waiting 2 nights to buy Japanese records. That's sold to David Johnson for $25. Let me grab our next auction out of this bin. Steve Winwood, Ark of a Diver. I don't think I've ever had this one. Steve Winwood, Ark of a Diver. This is a $35 start. Steve Winwood, Ark of a Diver. I'm also about to start with the other hard rock, a couple hard rock albums I had set aside. And This is a $35 start. Steve Winwood, Arc of a Diver. All right, Freddie's out on Bob Marley. Chip Hall was at 80. Final call on Bob Marley for 80. And Dale Cooper wants a Black Sabbath Mob Rules. Dale, have you bought from us before? Maybe my indication for first-time buyers just worked. If you are a first-time buyer, make sure you message. You got to message our page so we can send you an invoice on Monday. This is the last sale of the night, so $7 shipping for anything you buy tonight if this is your first night purchases. We have some people who's bought from us Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and tonight, and we're going to ship all that to them for $7, and then it resets next week. So the next show we have is Tuesday, unless I'm still in Texas buying records, and that's when the new $7 shipping starts over. So that's a week-to-week charge. Dale Cooper gets that. Mob Rules. Kevin's at 35 on Steve Winwood. Final call on Bob Marley. And can I get Sturgill Simpson Cutting Grass Volume 1 from the first crate? You can. I now have 0 of those left again. Sturgill Simpson Cutting Grass Volume 1. This has some cool stuff on it. All Around Go. What's some of those I really like? Let's see here. The Volume 2 is really good too. All Around You may be the one I really like. That is sold to Jeremy Rourke. U2, we have 1 Mob Rules left. And Queens of the Stone Age, Villains. That's on colored vinyl, white vinyl, with poster, etching, white vinyl, remaster, $46.99. That's a fairly recent album to be remastered, but a lot of that they go ahead and, I guess, master for vinyl if it wasn't anticipated to be originally released on vinyl. Pearl Jam by Neural is $41.99. That's a nice looking. The packaging on this one looks a little bit different. Newly remastered from the original sources by Bob Ludwig, $41.99. An amazing sounding record here with Van Morrison Moondance, also in a very nice jacket. Van Morrison is $31.99 for Moondance. And the Smiths, Meat is Murder, $29.99. Loot hits are on Pearl Jam. Let's go ahead and sell Bob Marley. Bob Marley is sold to Chip Hall for $80. And final call on Steve Winwood for $35. Let me step over here and get some of the... we still have a Rat, Iron Maiden, some of that stuff I posted on Facebook last night. Some of this stuff that didn't get sold or didn't get paid for. Rat, Kiss. Yeah, let's do some of these. We'll do probably one of these at a time while we're working in some other stuff. Brent Rabley's at 37. Let's go ahead and do... let me make sure... Let's do... Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this one. All right, so we got Led Zeppelin. This is a 4-digit. I got to set this in the pile of the other stuff to clean. I just found this one. Let me look at it here. This is a... It's got a couple stray marks on it. This is an EX record. It's not a VG+. It's a 1841 Broadway ST A68104 1B. This has got to get pretty close to maybe a 69 here, a 69 press. I don't know, they made a lot of these. Well, it's a gold record award, so it's probably not. I don't think, I hate to say, I wish I could have looked this up first. It's not a late 70s. This was probably pressed between 69 and probably 74 or something like that. Led Zeppelin 1. Debut album. Has a gold, usually if it has that, it's probably not a first press. This is going to be a $30 start. Led Zeppelin 1. It's about EX condition, about a VG Plus jacket. Led Zeppelin 1, $35 start, or $30, whatever I just said. By the way, Steve Miller Band got a $37 bid and then $38. Before that, Colin Butler claimed, Lou Hetzer got Pearl Jam, then Colin Butler got the Smiths. We will run Iron Maiden and Rat next. Can you get any more of the live albums he sold to that? Live Throwing Copper? Is that what you're talking about? Possibly. If you want on a waiting list, I will put you down. 38 on Steve Winwood. Yes, David, you got Dan Fogelberg. Kyle, I have not seen your message. No Motorhead came up last night. We never did make it to those, Brian. I actually still have them. And she said yes on the waiting list for Live Throwing Copper. Eminem, Curtain Call. This is his hits, $42.99. Slayer, Rain and Blood, $36.99. AC/DC, The Razor's Edge, $31.99. Thunderstruck, Pearl Jam 10. Even Flow, $28.99. Lambert, I can't name a song on here. It's all really interesting sounding music. That's all I can say about that. $33.99. Fish, this is a limited edition pressing on clear vinyl, $36.99. And Radiohead Kid A Nisha, that is the newest version of that, $69.99. All right, so Led Zeppelin, 40, 40, 30, 30, 45, 50, and 60. Ark of a Diver is at 39 with Steve Winwood, Japanese pressing. We have Radiohead, Fish, Lambert, Pearl Jam, AC/DC, Slayer, Eminem, Van Morrison, Pearl Jam, Queens of the Stone Age, Black Sabbath, U2, Van Halen, Graham Parsons, U2, Black Sabbath, and Savatage. Let's see here. Fish, Willie Loomis, Big Boat. Big Boat is limited edition pressing 2 LP. It is $36.99. Michael's out on Led Zeppelin. We got $60 bid with Calvin Ward, going once, going twice. Greg Rogers wants M. That's M&M, Curtain Call. James is out on Led Zeppelin, and Cuda Bryan's back in on Steve Winwood at 40. Let's go through another crate of vintage Buy It Now Best Offer records. Let me see what I can come up with. And then here's some auctions that's on deck. We have a whole crate of Japanese, and then I got Led Zeppelin 2, Hysteria, Tesla, Iron Maiden, Rat, Sabbath, Kiss. That's some good listening right there. Tesla, Sabbath, Kiss, Rat, Led Zeppelin, Def Leppard, Iron Maiden. Whew. Makes me dizzy reading off all those. Scott Smith wants Fish. Did I say Scott Fish? Scott Smith wants Fish. I'll make sure Willie Loomis doesn't want it. He asked about it. And Willie, if you don't want this, I'm going to sell it to Scott Smith. Next was Razor's Edge. It is $31.99. And Final Call on Led Zeppelin for $60. And Brent Rabley, let me know if you're in or out on Steve Winwood for $40. I don't have any Rat Japanese pressings tonight. Do we have some? Probably. We got like 9 crates of Japanese records we hadn't put up for sale yet. And I don't know, a couple of these punk records that didn't sell last night, I may reduce the starting price on them and get them sold tonight. Let me see what's in this crate. Steppenwolf, Cheap Trick, Big Company, Boston, Cosmos Factory, Michael Jackson. I feel like we've been through that one lately. Some of these I think that one right there we need to go through. It was one over here. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go through this one. Kind of a unique mix. All right. Stephen Chesney's going to take a Pearl Jam 10. Good decision. I got a bunch more of these if anybody else wants one. Scott Smith got Big Boat. And Greg, I see your check comments. All right, let's go ahead and sell Zeppelin 1. Man, what an important album in rock history. Sold to Calvin Ward for $60. Look at these guys. I don't think they knew what they just did when they released this. Oh my gosh. Good Times, Bad Times. The drumming on Good Times, Bad Times, every time I listen to it, it still blows my mind. Right there at the end, it sounds like they're all playing different songs. It sounds like Jimmy Page is playing a different song, John Bonham's playing a different drum beat, and Robert Plant is singing. And it all sounds good. It sounds like they're all playing something different, though. Very interesting. Steve Merkel's going to get one of the Labyrinth soundtracks. Let's pull one of those for Steve Merkel. And let's go ahead and run. Let's see. Pearl Jam 10 was $28.99. Fred, $28.99. That's been out of stock for a long. As a single LP, they was doing that 2 LP set for a long time, but that one finally came back in print. Yeah, Babe, I'm going to Leave You. That's just incredible. All right, so Steve Winwood, where are we at? With Steve Winwood? We're at 42 with Brent Rabley. Cuda Bryan, let me know if you're in or out. Brent Rabley has that for 42. So the Tesla, I'll go ahead and run it. Rat will be next, and after Steve Winwood, I'll do another Japanese. But this was a record that didn't get paid for. Let me refresh my memory. This was like from back in October. We've been holding them for a while because he bought a couple expensive records and didn't pay for them. But this was about a VG Plus copy. I remember this one now. It's all coming back to me. Tesla 5-man acoustical jam. They have both inner sleeves. I think it was German. Let me take a look here. It brought a lot the last time we sold it. I hope we can get somewhere close to that again. Yeah, this is a German pressing. It's about a VG Plus copy. VG Plus copy of Tesla 5-man acoustical jam. I will get this started for $85. It is a 1990 German press Tesla, $85 start. It's a 2 LP. The jacket is probably also, it's flirting with VG. It's not perfect. It's got a sticker residue, but yeah, this is just so hard to get. We don't get records like that too often. All right, Fred Carnell III. Fred, thank you. I'm sure that's a first-time purchase with us, so thank you and welcome. Pearl Jam 10, that's a great way to start buying with us. That's sold to you. We will invoice you on Monday. Make sure you message our page. And Greg Rogers also wants a Pearl Jam 10. While I'm over here grabbing some Pearl Jam 10s, let me show you another record that I'm getting low stock on again. I'm going to grab 2 more Pearl Jams. And I'm going to grab 2 of these right here to let you know we still have them. There's one for Greg Rogers, Pearl Jam 10. Cuda Brian's out on Steve Winwood, so I'm about to sell that to Brent Rabley. Tesla 90, 90, 100, 105, 110. So Pearl Jam is $28.99. We still have in stock. We got 2 Smashing Pumpkins albums. The first one is Gish. I'm now down to like 5 copies. I've probably sold of this one either 50 or 75. I've got 2 left. $39.99 for Smashing Pumpkins Gish. $39.99. Just so you know we have those. When all these get gone, y'all know how Smashing Pumpkin stuff gets. Oh my gosh. $39.99. Willie, the Razor's Edge was $31.99. This is an album just like the Tesla they're bidding on. This one also came out in 1990. And if you had an original copy, it would also be about the same price as what Tesla's at right now. Very tough to get. $31.99 for AC/DC's Razor's Edge. All right, let me end Steve Winwood to Brent Rabley for $42. We're about to start another bin of Buy It Now Best Offer. Smashing Pumpkins should be a 2 LP. No, I think this one's single. Yeah, this is a single LP. That's a single LP. Are we expecting somebody? Might just pull in the parking lot. All right, let's get another Japanese auction running. Let's do, I've never seen this one. Also, the Pink Floyd record in here is Adam Heartmother. Adam Heartmother. Bob Marley, what's this one called? American Herbsman. Very fitting. Bob Marley, American Herbsman. This is going to be a $65 start. Bob Marley, American Herbsman. Trojan Records, near mint and pristine. I mean, just beautiful. $65 start on American Herbsman. We have the original lyric insert with it and a really nice cover. And Obi. $65 start on Marley, American Herbsman. Marley's in the news with the audiophile community. Analog Productions made a surprise announcement about an exodus, and literally so many people wanted it, it shut down their website. I don't know if anybody watching was able to grab one, but I mean, they're already on eBay for $500 and $600, I think. So, which are flippers, you know, people that get in and snatch those up and then try to flip them. But if you ever see me post a pre-order for Analog Productions and MoFi stuff, you know, you might want to grab it if you're remotely interested. Some of that can get crazy expensive once they go out of stock. Okay, let me get caught back up here. Alvo Dabney, wants a Smashing Pumpkins. Freddie Milford says, I'll take one, and that was Smashing Pumpkins as well. I've got 3 copies left if anybody wants a copy of Gish. That's sold to Freddie Milford. Tesla, $135. Tesla, $140. Bob Marley, $65. Bob Marley is at $65 with Brent Rabley. Tesla's at $140 with Bill Fratsky. That's a VG Plus copy. All right, let's go through these records. They're all Buy It Now Best Offer. Loggins and Messina, So Fine. This is about from the same date as that last crate, so probably hadn't seen these in a long time. Loggins and Messina, $9.99. So Fine, Loggins and Messina. T.G. Shepherd, $14.99, and that one's called self-titled, T.G. Shepherd, $14.99. Grover Washington Jr., Wine Light, that has just the two of us on it with Bill Withers, $14.99. Grover Washington Jr., Wine Light. The Andrea True Connection, more, $9.99. George Howard, Stepping Out. That is sealed, $19.99. George Howard, Stepping Out. Fats Domino, When My Dreamboat Comes Home. Fats, $9.99. Dr. Hook, a little bit more. Dr. Hook is $17.99 from 1975. Dr. Hook, $17.99. Michael Frank's Sleeping Gypsy. That's also sealed, $14.99. Bob Marley, 66. Bob Marley, 80 with Chip Hall. Francis Drennan, first to T.G. Shepherd. Francis on T.G. Shepherd. Where are we at on Tesla? Bill Fratsky's at 140, going twice, going 3 times. Overall, a VG Plus copy of 5-man acoustical jam, 140 with Bill Fratsky. Bill Toe on Grover Washington Jr. Bill Toe first to Grover. Dr. Zebo on Andrea True Connection, more. Bob Marley, 85. Jeremy, we've already sold T.G. Shepherd. Brent's out on Bob Marley. And Lou Hetzer said ATC for 10. That was already sold as well. Andrea True Connection. Diana Ross, $9.99. Diana Ross, $9.99. Self-titled. We have another Diana Ross, Eaten Alive, $9.99. Back-to-back Ross and Elliot Murphy Nightlights, $14.99. I'm going to go grab me a bottle of water. When I come back, I'm going to sell Tesla for $140 if no one else has bid as soon as I come back. And I'm going to show another Smashing Pumpkins album that we've got a bunch of, because it's also one of our best sellers. I just had them back ordered with so many people. They all came in at the same time. So let me show those. Smashing Pumpkins, and this one's called Adore. Now this one is 2 LPs, probably because of the price. This is Smashing Pumpkins Adore. If you don't have this one, it is $49.99. Amazing jackets they put on these things. Super thick Stoughton jackets, foil. That is a 2 LP, $49.99. That's for Smashing Pumpkins Adore, $49.99. Okay, what are the Fats tracks? Give me 1 second on that. And Dr. Hook is sold to Randy Scarborough for $14.99. Also, final call on Bob Marley. Freddie Milford, let me know if you're in or out. Mia has that for $85. And then Tesla is sold to Bill Fratsky for $140. So, when one of those records gets sold, we will put up the others. Where's the others? Right over here. Let's do the Iron Maiden. That is Live After Death. Iron Maiden, Live After Death. I know it's going to get paid for now. I know Bill Fratsky's going to pay for it. Long-time customer. Iron Maiden, Live After Death. This is about a VG Plus copy as well. Let's see if it has the book and everything else with it. This came with 2 inner sleeves and a tour book. We've got it in anti-statics because we've ultrasonically cleaned it. And it's in a nice gatefold jacket. So yeah, about a VG Plus jacket. This is going to be a $45 start for Iron Maiden. $45 start. There's the first inner sleeve. VG Plus LP. VG Plus LP2. There's the tour book that came with it, or the book insert. It's like it's pretty much a tour book. It's got dates and locations and pictures and lineup and personnel. And then there's the other one. Overall, a VG Plus copy. Can't call that one pristine, but it's not bad, as you can see. It's not a bad copy. It's not trashed. It's not thrashed, as I call them. $50 with that with Gary. And let's see here. Let's do, where did we get to here? Dinah Ross, Elliott. We were at Niles Lofgren, Grin, 1+1. If I've missed anything in this bin or any questions, just send those again, and I will try my best to get caught up. Tracks, anything like that. Niles Lofgren, Grin, 1+1. That is $9.99. Ron Wood and Ronnie Lane, Mahoney's Last Stand. That's actually a soundtrack, $19.99. And Rick Wakeman, White Rock, original motion picture soundtrack. Rick Wakeman, yes. VG Plus, $9.99. Another Diana Ross, working overtime. If anybody wants a Diana bundle, let me know. I'll make you a deal on all 3 of them. That one's $9.99. Humble Pie, Eat It. Humble Pie, Eat It is $29.99. A 2 LP live Humble Pie album. The Melodic Stan Getz, $14.99. And The Best of Herman's Hermits Volume 3. Wow. Volume 3. They came out with 3 greatest hits albums. $9.99. Rastus. Rastus is $24.99. Okay. Bob Marley. I think Freddie bid again. No, Chip Hall bid again. I've got Mia Willis at $95 on American Herbsman, a pristine Japanese pressing. Mia was the last bid I seen at $95. Mia was the last bid I seen at $95. And, yep. So Mia has that for $95, going once, going twice. Freddie, Chip, anybody else is bidding on that, let me know in or out, or bid again. I prefer if you bid again. Mia doesn't prefer if you bid again. I do. But it's up to y'all. Mia does get the Stan Getz. That's sold to Mia. Doctor says, make me a deal on Diana. All right. So I had 3. 2, 4. I'll sell you all 3 of them for 24. No. Yeah, 24. That's $8 a piece. 20% off. Another way you can look at it. 20% off. That is 8, 8, and 8. Dr. Zebo. 3 of those for 24. The Ron Wood, Mark Fallon, that was $19.99. Ron Wood and Ronnie Lane, Mahoney's Last Stand. That's actually a soundtrack they did. Yellow Atco label. That is $19.99. Buy it now, best offer. Bob Marley's at $100. Mia says I'm out. Gary's out on Iron Maiden. And Dr. Zebo gets the 3 Diana Ross for $24. Alan Williams on Black. What was that? And then the Performance soundtrack. If you're a Stones collector, you need this. Mick Jagger. Original Green Warner Brothers label. This is $19.99. Alan Williams wants Humble Pie. That's sold to Alan Williams. Final call on Bob Marley at $100. And the high, just to update everybody on Iron Maiden, Chris Gardner is at $66.60. That means he's at $67. I think that's the high. I think that's the high bid on that right now, right? So $67 is what it takes to outbid on Iron Maiden. Ooh. Hope y'all didn't hear my neck right then. Whew, that was a good one. So Alan Williams, I'm not for sure what Black was for, but I've got you down for Humble Pie. And then Mark, let me know if you want the Ron Wood. Because, Mark, if you're passing on that, it's sold to Chris Crowley for $19.99. And then Mark Fallon, if you want the Performance soundtrack for $19.99, you can have it. If not, I'm going to sell it to Lou Hetzer for $19.99. So, Mark, these are up to you. You can have that if you want it for $19.99, or you can have this if you want it as well for $19.99. If not, that's sold to Chris Crowley, and this is sold to Lou Hetzer. Iron Maiden's at $67. This is Live After Death. VG Plus copy. Overall has both inner sleeves, insert, book insert, and I'm going to do a final call on Bob Marley at 100 with Chip Hall. I was singing Black Coffee. Ah, gotcha. Iron Butterfly. Iron Butterfly is a VG copy for $9.99. VG copy for $9.99. Another ZZ Top Afterburner for those who were second and third to the other one. This one's a VG Plus though. $14.99 for ZZ Top Afterburner. VG Plus $14.99. And Good Vibrations, The Beach Boys. That is a VG copy for $9.99. That's a Beach Boys compilation. Good Vibrations, I Can Hear Music. That's some good stuff. All right, Justin Cleveland, first to ZZ Top. Let's sell Iron Maiden. Let's sell Iron Maiden to... That was Chris Gardner. He was at $66.60, which... We only take full dollar bid increments. So Chris, you get that for $67. And then Bob Marley is sold to Chip Trout for $100. That means it's time for 2 new auctions. Justin was first to Cleveland. James and Francis, y'all were second. Let's do, somebody asked a long time ago about Wham. Let me go ahead and put one of those up. Wham Fantastic, Near Mint Pristine, and Shrink Wrap with Obi. That's a $45 start. Wham Fantastic. Where's Carlene at? I'm sure she already has this, though. Has the book. Wow. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen one with this. For Naughty Boys and Girls. Wham. It's a lyric book. Now Carlene may bid just to get that. $45 start, near mint pristine vinyl. Wham, fantastic. And to balance that out, so there's some Wham. So we can balance the scales. Let's put up a Rat album. Out of the Cellar. Out of the Cellar. This is about an EX copy, VG Plus EX. It's not a perfect one, but it's not thrashed either. It's about a VG Plus to EX. Yeah, it's got some hairlines on it. It has some hairlines on it. VG Plus to EX Rat Out of the Cellar. That is a $25 start. Rat, nice cover. It's still going to play fine. As loud as y'all are going to be listening to Round and Round, those hairlines, not even. Now, if this was like Alice Coltrane, you might want a perfect copy. So, all right. Nectar. Remember the Future. Nectar. That is EX 1799. EX 1799. George Thorogood, Better Than the Rest. GT is VG Plus 1499. And we have Fanny Charity Ball. Fanny Charity Ball is a VG Plus, $9.99. John Fogerty, I've had this album a lot lately. Center Field, VG copy, $9.99. And Getting Straight soundtrack, that's a VG Plus, $19.99. On Coldrum's original soundtrack by Ronald Stein. I need to take a drink of water right quick. It's been laying over here for a few moments. I need one now. I'm going to need more in just a second. First, Carlene did bid 45 on Wham. That's going once, going twice. Greg Brummett was first to Nectar. Greg Brummett, first to the Nectar album. We're looking for a $25 start on Rat. Gary Samuels on Fanny. That's sold to Gary Samuels. James Cohorn on John Fogerty. Fred, you were second to Nectar. Already sold. Rat, we got a $25 bid. Tesla sold for, I can't remember. And Justin Cleveland, I'm going to sell you George Thorogood for 10. Carol was second at full price, but I'm going to sell it to Justin for 10. Wham is at 47. Rat's at 35. Rat's at 26. The Crying Shames, A Scratch in the Sky. The Crying Shames is a VG copy for $9.99. The Outlaws, a VG copy for $9.99. If you hear me say the actual grade, that means typically it's going to be a lower grade record. If you see me show a record, I'm not saying a grade, then it's EX plus to near mint minus, meaning it's going to be a very nice looking record. If it may have some hot hairlines on it, but it's still going to play very fine. We do it based on what it should play back as, because there's some records that can have a scuff, and it's going to play right through it, and you probably won't even be able to hit it. It's a surface mark. It's just on the surface. Nothing really down in the grooves to affect playback. Now, if you feel of a mark, if you can feel it, it's automatically a VG. That's something that's definitely going to make a noise when your needle hits it. The Best Impressions. The Impressions, Curtis, Sam, and Fred. That's a VG Plus, $14.99. And this is My Boyfriend's Back. That is a VG copy, $14.99. The Moody Blues, On the Threshold of a Dream. That is EX, $14.99. The Moody Blues, On the Threshold of a Dream. That is EX, $14.99. See, that keeps a record. That makes a record EX, kind of some stray marks there, but nothing you can feel. That's $14.99. All right, back up to the top. Wham! Lou Hetzer was at $47. Carlene, you're out. Rat 35, Rat 26, Rat 26, Rat 30. Carlene's back on Wham at 50, Rat 40, Wham 55, and Wham 60. So Wham Fantastic with that book with it is at $60. And the last bid I seen on Rat was with Jeremy Rourke at 40, and this was about an EX copy. That's about an EX copy. Michael Nath on the Moody Blues, Anthony Smith on My Boyfriend's Back, and Joseph's out on Rat. Next is The Left Bank, Walk Away Renee, classic 60s record. VG copy, $19.99. Walk Away Renee. Dr. Feelgood and the Interns on the OK label. VG copy, $19.99. The OK, O-K-E-H. That's a VG copy, $19.99. Roger Daltrey, lead singer from The Who. That's a VG, $9.99. Ride, a rock horse. The Birds, Dr. Birds and Mr. Hyde, VG plus $19.99. And Jefferson Airplane Bark was a VG plus $14.99. Okay, Carlene's at 60 on Wham. Lou, let me know if you're in or out. And final call on Rat. Jeremy's at $40. We'll put up 2 new auctions. Rhinoceros, Better Times Are Coming, EX, and that is $27.99. Bloodstone, Natural High, VG plus $9.99. Don't forget, everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Michael Nath offered $15 for the Birds. He got it. Tim Lutty is at $42 on Rat, new bidder. The Outlaw sales. The Outlaws are still available. The Outlaws was a VG copy for $9.99. Ryan Anderson on Doctor, and he said $10. Ryan, a couple more bucks and I'll sell that to you. $12. I was about to say $15, but this is kind of an obscure title and it's check condition, but I will get that to you for $12 if you want it. Ryan Anderson, Ryan Anderson, $12 on that if he wants it. And the Outlaws is sold to Austin. All right, Lou's out on Wham. We're going to sell that to Carlene for $60. And we do have a new bidder on Rat. I was about to end that, but Tim is at $42 out of the seller. And who was the last bidder? Jeremy, that means you're out on that. Rat is at $42. And he said sold on Dr. Feelgood, not Motley Crue. Jeremy's back in on Rat at $45. The Beach Boys, Party, EX $14.99. Let me put up another one of those. Let's see here. Yeah, we've got one Bob Marley left, Uprising. This has got, this is about VG Plus along the top here, the cover. It's got some of that toning to it. This is going to be another $65 start. The vinyl, let's take a look at it. So, yeah, it has the OB insert here. Has something else in it too. Has a solicitation form. Bob Marley discography. U2. This is on Island Records. So was U2. And who else is on there? Bob Marley. Grace Jones. B-52s. There's the insert and Obi, kind of a all-in-one thing. And the vinyl is pristine. And that's a $65 start. The jacket's really nice, other than this little bit of discoloration right up here. That's a $65 start. Bob Marley Uprising. That's the last Japanese Bob Marley of the night. Rats at $45. I'm about to sell it. Tim, whoever was bidding on YouTube, final call on that. Okay, back to the crate. Everything in here is buy it now, best offer. The Contours, Do You Love Me? That's a VG copy for $49.99. That's not an easy record to get, especially in high grade. I had a high grade one time. I think we sold it for a couple $100. Do You Love Me? The Contours. And that is a VG copy, $49.99. The Romantics is a VG Plus for $14.99. And the Buckingham's Greatest Hits, VG Plus, $9.99. The Knack, Get the Knack, is a VG Plus, $14.99. VG Plus, $14.99. And Rare Earth, One World, VG Plus, $14.99. What title was Lynyrd Skynyrd? I have not had a Lynyrd Skynyrd record, I don't think. No Lynyrd Skynyrd in here. The Association's Greatest Hits is a VG Plus, $7.99. Psychedelic Lollipop, Blues Magoos. Psychedelic Lollipop, VG Plus, $24.99. And Death Wish 2 soundtrack by Jimmy Page, VG $9.99. Chip is in on the Bob Marley at $65. Chip, I've got you in for $65 on Bob Marley. Jeremy, you're back out on Rat. And the other side of Chet Atkins, EX $12.99. EX $12.99. The Age of Aquarius, The Fifth Dimension, EX $12.99. Harper's Bazaar, Feelin' Groovy. This is VG Plus $14.99. There was a Lynyrd Skynyrd live album here. You're kidding. You are joking. There was? There was. Did I even show that? I don't think I must have skipped it. That's One More From the Road. Lynyrd Skynyrd, VG $19.99. I don't think I picked that up. I think I overlooked it. VG $19.99. I did go past it. Do you have any more of the punk vinyl from last night? Yes and no. I have a crate of stuff that didn't sell. There's a total of 9 more crates that have never been shown. We'll do that again next week. I said I may go through some of the stuff from last night that didn't sell and reduce the price for auction. But I really don't have any new stuff that we're going to show tonight. No, we're going to be going back through vintage OG stuff, new vinyl, and running auctions tonight. Gary Samuels, who asked about it? Greg Rogers. Greg, if you want it, since you asked, it's yours. If not, it's Gary Samuels. All right, let's go ahead and let me make sure. Jeremy, let me know if you're in or out on Rat. And I was about to sell Bob Marley, but Freddie's in at 75. So we got to keep those up for a couple more seconds. Bob Marley 75. Rat is at 46 with Tim. Paul McCartney, Back to the Egg. Paul McCartney and Wings, EX $22.99. And Jefferson Starship Earth, that is EX $12.99. Bidding is resumed on Bob Marley. Jay Giles, Freeze Frame, also has their hit Centerfold on it. VG Plus $14.99. Roslington Collins Band, Anytime, Anyplace, Anywhere. VG Plus $17.99. Michael Nath, $10 on Starship, sold. Stephen Steele's Manassas is EX $17.99. 38 Special, VG copy $12.99. And Kansas is a VG Plus $14.99. Kansas, self-titled, that's their first album. VG Plus $14.99. All right, Bob Marley's out, so final call for 85. And I'm also about to do a final call on Rat. I was waiting for Jeremy. He may have already said, I may have missed it. But I think we got a new bidder on that with Tim Lutty. And Tim, you have that for 46. I'm about to sell it. Never mind, Jeremy's at 50. Okay, Ethan Norfleet, first on the Jay Giles. That's sold to Ethan Norfleet. Alvo Dabney on Back to the Egg, which was Paul McCartney. Adam Stein on Manassas. Francis Drennan on 38 Special. He says Gary have it. So Gary Samuels got the Leonard Skinner 1-4 for the road. James, you were next on 38 Special, and Francis was first to Kansas. Then Alvo, then Greg, Clint. We've already sold Jay Giles. 38 Special's already sold. Spencer Davis Group, greatest hits. Give me some lovin'. I'm a man. Somebody help me. Those are all great ones. Keep on running. I like that one too. VG Plus $19.99 and Julian Lennon Valette, and that is John Lennon's son. VG Plus $9.99. All right, so Tim, you're now out on Rat. Jeremy's at 50. Final call. Bob Marley is sold. That is sold to Chip Hall for $85. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Uprising. Chip Hall, $85. And Debbie Blair, Spencer Davis, $15. Are you sure? You should be paying me more for that one. Let's see here. Let me grab the next record here. Queen's Greatest Hits is going to be our next Japanese auction. Boy, this is nice. Sell Debbie, Spencer Davis for $15. Queen's Greatest Hits. Queen's Greatest Hits. This is a $65 start, and it's pristine. Queen's Greatest Hits. Super nice copy. This already sounds good. The U.S. mastering of these sound great. This has got to sound very good as well. Let's see here. Has a Queen Greatest Hits lyric book with it. And there's the original inner sleeve with the Queen discography. And the vinyl on this is awesome. It is perfect. $65 start. This is Bohemian Rhapsody, Another One Bites the Dust, Killer Queen, Fat Bottom Girls, Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy, Don't Stop Me Now, Save Me, Under Pressure. David Bowie credits on that one as well with the rest of the band. Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Somebody to Love, Now I'm Here, You're My Best Friend, Play the Game, Flash's Theme, We Will Rock You, and We Are the Champions. $65 start on that. Queen's Greatest Hits. Perfect copy. All right, Rad is sold to Jeremy for $50. That's a very nice copy. I haven't had a nice one in a long time of that. That should raise some people's eyebrows. Now, the other guy who bought the Tesla also bought this and didn't pay for it. It also did not go cheap because it was such a nice copy. So let's run this one again. This is Def Leppard Hysteria. Really nice copy. It's got the original inner sleeve with it, and we had originally advertised it as near mint minus, and that's true. Really nice copy, Def Leppard Hysteria. This is going to be a $65 start. There's the inner sleeve, and the cover is also very, very nice in shrink wrap with the original hype sticker, Hysteria. $65 start. Super nice. OG US. OG US. It is not $6.99. I will buy 10,000 at $6.99. I'll buy 20,000 at $6.99 in this condition. 65 on Def Leppard. It was on sale. Can you believe that ended up being in an on sale bin? Can you believe that? What was the original retail price? I don't know. Maybe that was the original retail price. Seems a little cheap. Jeremy, yes, you got rat. All right, Queen, 70, 65, 75, 95. Hysteria's at 65, 75, and Queen's at 100. This record here, when we sold it the last time, it also brought over $100. Somebody asked, does Beatle collectors? Yes, I've bought Beatle collections before, and they have everything Beatles related. All the even Yoko stuff, the Julian Lennon stuff. They'll have all the soundtracks they appeared on. The people who get really deep collecting their stuff. How much was the knack? Fred, I'm going to go through these one more time. Everything in here is buy it now, best offer. The knack was a VG Plus, $14.99, My Sharona. So let's go through these titles one more time. Let me stop from the back. If you need prices, let me know. These are all buy it now, best offer. Def Leppard is now at 75 and Queen's at 105. Loggins and Messina, So Fine. George Howard, Stepping Out. Fats Domino, When My Dreamboat Comes Home. Michael Frank, Sleeping Gypsy. Elliot Murphy, Night Lights. Niles Lofgren, Grin. Rick Wakeman, White Rock Soundtrack. Best of Herman's Hermits Volume 3. Rastus, GRT label. Iron Butterfly Ball. Good Vibrations, The Beach Boys. Getting Straight Soundtrack. The Crying Shames. The Impressions. The Left Bank. Roger Daltrey. Jefferson Airplane Bark. Better Times Are Coming. Rhinoceros. Bloodstone, Natural High. Beach Boys Party. The Contours, Do You Love Me? The Romantics. The Buckingham's Greatest Hits. Rare Earth, One World. The Association's Greatest Hits. Psychedelic Lollipop, Blues Magoos. Death Wish 2. The Other Chet Atkins. The Other Side of Chet, or no, The Other Chet Atkins. The Age of Aquarius, Fifth Dimension. Harper's Bazaar, Feeling Groovy. Rosenton Collins Band. Julian Lennon. And we're going to sell Fred Cornell, The Knack, for $10. Def Leppard, Final Call, or Def Leppard's now at 76 with Mark Fallon. And then the final call was supposed to be for Queen. Carol Puckett is at 105 on Queen. Greatest Hits. Perfect copy. Mark Fallon's at 76 on Def Leppard. Charlie DeFrank said 20 on Blues Magoos. Psychedelic Lollipop, that's sold to Charlie DeFrank. And Chad, the Romantics was VG Plus on the grade, $14.99. Alrighty, I'm going to change out crates. I can almost condense what was left in the first one with this one. I know I can. Hey, we've emptied our first crate of the night. I'm going to add these back in here. Oh, almost. I lost my grip on them. Have I ever looked at a collection as just all crap? No, I vet them out pretty good. I get people send pictures, videos. I do lots of research on the person. We make sure it's a legit thing before we do any traveling. But yeah, I get lots of pictures. I get them to take pictures of the spines, but no, I just don't go look at records. And if people don't send pictures, or some people say they don't know how, that's a bad thing. That means they probably don't have what they're trying just to get you there. I actually did go look at some yesterday, and they told me they really couldn't get to them, but it was local, and they had nothing what they said they had. But I did buy some stuff from them, so let me. I can show that it's some pretty cool stuff. Let me grab this other crate of new vinyl. One of these over here. Let's see here. That's been pretty recent. Let me see what this stuff is. Yeah, let's go through. I feel like I went through that one. Well, it's got some new stuff in it though, so let me go through that. All right. Alvo's at 100 on Def Leppard. Friday label with the wrong album. It happened to me twice. Well, we can send that back with our distributor if it's something you got from us, but that's a common occurrence in new vinyl. In the last 5 years, a lot of the wrong LPs end up in the wrong jackets. I don't know how it happens more than it happened back in the 70s and 80s, but yeah, that's a common occurrence. This is a crate of both. That's fairly new vinyl. I'm going to go through this one, and I'll probably also go through this one tonight too. Let's see. I do not have any Allman Brothers debut LPs, unfortunately not. The Ted Nugent Japanese, I believe, sold, yes. I will have to check, though. And Queen is sold to Carol Puckett for $105. That's sold. Final Call on Def Leppard for $100. And let me grab our next Japanese pressing. Our next Japanese pressing is going to be... what is this? Super Modern Girls. Looks like a compilation. Kim Carnes, Sheena Easton, Cheryl Ladd, Juice Newton, Anne Murray. It looks like a Capitol compilation. Super Modern Girls. So Kim Carnes, Sheena Easton there on side one. Let's see, Sheena Easton again, Cheryl Ladd, Juice Newton, Anne Murray. This is going to be a $25 start. $25 start. Let's see here. And we have Stevie Wonder, Someday at Christmas, $36.99. Stevie Wonder, Someday at Christmas, $36.99. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is $36.99. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, $36.99. That was on 85th anniversary red vinyl. And Tom Petty, Echo. Tom Petty, Echo. And this is $29.99. Tom Petty, Echo. $36.99. Tom Petty Echo, $36.99. Clipping, Splendor and Misery. That is $26.99. And I have 2 copies of Danger, Danger. 2 copies of Danger, Danger, $38.99. Danger, Danger. Blink 182 is $36.99. Blink 182 is $36.99. Enema of the State. And Chris Stapleton, Traveler. $36.99. Chris Stapleton Traveler. That's a 2 LP. All right, back up to the top. We have, let's see, Super Modern Girls, $25. Leslie Holt also bid $25. You were second. We have Susie Breelove on Snow White. Lou Hetzer on Tom Petty, which was Echo. That sold to Lou Hetzer. And Vic Natecki on DD, which was Danger, Danger. That sold to Vic. Also, the Def Leppard is sold to Alvo for, yes, 100 Alvo Dabney Jr. on the Def Leppard Hysteria. Top copy, shrink wrap, and hype sticker. High bid on Super Modern Girls, 26, now 27. Compilation of that. Let me do our next auction, which was this really nice copy of Led Zeppelin 2 we have. Led Zeppelin 2, gatefold. This is one of the 5-digit reissues. Super, super nice. Led Zeppelin 2, as in super nice, as in near mint. I mean, this is like unplayed. It's so nice. It is a 5-digit reissue, probably from around 77, 78. Top copy, though. One imperfection. Wallace wrote his name on the cover, right there in that cloud of Led Zeppelin. Gatefold. Super nice copy, though. Led Zeppelin 2 is a $35 start. $35 start on that. Super Modern Girls is at $27. Chris Stapleton. We had Morgan Wallen Dangerous. That's a triple LP on colored vinyl. $56.99. Nirvana Unplugged. $36.99 for Nirvana Unplugged. $36.99. Steve Earle and the Dukes. Tribute to Jerry Jeff Walker. $33.99. That's on clear vinyl. That's on clear vinyl. Turnpike Troubadours, Diamonds and Gasoline. Turnpike Troubadours is $33.99. Diamonds and Gasoline, $33.99. Robert Plant Carry Fire. Robert Plant Carry Fire is $34.99. Led Zeppelin 35, Led Zeppelin 40. Freddie Milford on ME, maybe MW, Morgan Wallen. Yep, Freddie Milford. Alan Williams, Nirvana was $36.99. Nirvana Unplugged. High bid on Led Zeppelin right now is $40. And the final call on Supermodern Girls, Leslie, just so you know, you're out. My feed moved. The Wendy Pierce has that for $27. Final call. Supermodern Girls, Japanese comp. Leslie Plant first on Robert Plant. Leslie Holt first on Robert Plant. And we got a couple people interested in Nirvana. I think I do have more of the. I got two of them. So there's one for Fred Carnell. And we have one more. If Alan wants one, it's his. If not, Michael Nath. Michael Nath for sure wants one. Alan, let me know. And I should have more of those around here somewhere. If not, I definitely need to order some more. Alvo Dabney on Blink 182, Enema of the State. That's sold to Alvo for $36.99. And the Cars Greatest Hits. Speaking of Friday music, this is a Friday music Greatest Hits on colored vinyl, $44.99. Alan passes, so Michael got one and Fred. High bid on Led Zeppelin is Joshua Sparks at $40. Really nice copy, 5-digit reissue. And we can go ahead and sell the Japanese copy of Supermodern Girls to Wendy Pierce for $27. That's sold. Let me grab another Japanese pressing. We have let's see here. What time is it? Wow, it's already 9 o'clock. Probably around 10:30ish. If we should have plenty of material to go through there between now and then. All right, U2 copy of Live Under a Blood Red Sky, Japanese pressing. I can't recall the last time we may have had one of these. This is going to be a $45 start. Under a Blood Red Sky, U2, $45 start. Vinyl is near mint pristine. Also, final call on Led Zeppelin for $40. The Obi does have some damage right here. As you can see, it's got dog-eared a couple times. That is a $45 start. Other than that, really nice cover and near mint vinyl. This is one of those Obies as well. We've had a lot of these lately. The insert and the Obi is kind of the same thing there. 45 with Kyle Morgan. Jeff Johnson's at 41 on Led Zeppelin. Boz Scaggs, that's a new release from Friday Music on blue vinyl, $44.99. Kiss Asylum, $33.99. And Van Halen 2 is $31.99. Van Halen 2, $31.99. Van Halen Women and Children First is $31.99. And Dean Martin Winter Wonderland, $24.99. Okay, U2, 45 and 50. Carol Puckett says needs to pass on the last album he won. I guess I'll have to re-auction the Queen Greatest Hits we sold earlier. Prince, 1999, $39.99. Prince, 1999, $39.99. And Hank Williams 3, Straight to Hell, $39.99. The David Bowie Space Oddity is $29.99. Before you bid, make sure, 1, you absolutely want it, and 2, you don't already have it. I'd rather you not bid than bid, and then we have to resell it. So make sure you have it. You make sure there'll be plenty of time to check your collection, to research, probably even flip through several hundred albums before we finally call it sold. The last bidder, I think, was Clint. No, who was bidding? Let me go back and see. The last bid was Michael Nath at 100. So what I'll do, if Michael Nath still wants it for 100, I'll have him bid again, and then I'll open it back up to Michael. So Michael, if you want to bid again, say 100, and then we'll do it from there again, okay? And then we'll do a final call. Michael Nath's at 100. Final call on Queen's Greatest Hits. Let's see here. Frank Kilpatrick also wants a Morgan Wallen Dangerous. Let me find one of those. I know I've got another one. We'll just have to make a note of it. That was the only one I had in the bin, though. So, Frank, we'll put you down for one. I know there's another one around here somewhere because we've ordered them 2 or 3 different times lately. Michael's at 100 on Queen, now 101. And Dakota said sold on Space Oddity, I believe. Yes, Dakota wanted David Bowie's Space Oddity. That is sold. Fastway Trick or Treat. I don't have well, I do, and I don't. I've got this Fastway. This Fastway is, yeah, these are $44.99. Fastway 40th anniversary on 1000. I think I have Trick or Treat. I think I have Trick or Treat on eBay because those have really, well, you know what? I may have a different version. Let me check, Jared. Give me 1 second. Fastway, ABCD. There's a different version that's a little bit, yeah, this one here. Let me show this. So I have I need to show these because I haven't shown this lately. Extreme Porno Graffiti. So the music on vinyl version, I've got one of those on eBay because they've kind of gone up a lot. And this is another limited edition to 2000. They are $39.99. That's Trick or Treat Fastway. Jared, if you want one of those, they're $39.99. $39.99 for Trick or Treat Fastway. $39.99 if you want one. And then the other Fastway is $44.99. I've also got Extreme Porno Graffiti for $38.99. I hadn't shown those in a while, and that's one of our best-selling music on vinyl titles, $38.99. All right, Queen, Michael Nath is at 105. And Joshua, the Hank the 3 is on red vinyl. I've said it before. These were quite pricey before they repressed this. They were like $300-400. This is $39.99. Red vinyl with poster for Hank the 3. I believe we sold the Motley Crue, Randy. Yep, the one that was up here in this bin forever. It finally sold. Yep. All right, somebody, we got to sell Led Zeppelin to somebody. I've kind of lost track of that one. We got 3 auctions going. That really messes me up. I got Jeff Johnson at 41 on Led Zeppelin. Jeff Johnson's at 41 on Led Zeppelin, going twice, going 3 times. Going twice, going 3 times. Then U2 was at 50 with Dale Shannon. 50 with Dale Shannon. That's going twice, going 3 times. Queen was at 105, going twice, going 3 times. Final call on all those. Jared says he'll take a Trick or Treat. That's sold to Jared. Frank, we did find you a Morgan Wallen. So Frank Kilpatrick, we got you down for a Morgan Wallen. Joshua Sparks on Hank the 3. And Joshua Willie Sparks. Days of the New. No, that was, I wish. That album came out and I had a bunch of them back ordered. Or I had a bunch of them ordered. We only got like 15 copies. I still got a waiting list for that record, about this long, everybody who wants one. We're waiting for the repress. I don't know what was up with that. 10 Years, The Autumn Effect, $38.99. And A Perfect Circle, music on vinyl, $49.99. Extreme is $38.99. Porno Graffiti, Extreme, $38.99. Jocko Belly wants the other Fastway. No, he wants the 40th. He wants this one here, right? Yeah, 40 on here. Hey, see what we sell on eBay. Well, we're under Colectco on there, but there's only like 3 records on there. Fastway, I can tell you what's on there. Fastway, Trick or Treat, the other Fastway, and that's it. I usually just sell kind of random collectibles on there. Jeremy wants Extreme. Greg Stone, Eminem. The Eminem was, did I skip that? The Eminem Show is $119.99, expanded edition. The Eminem Show. All right, Queen is sold to Michael Nath for $105. Jeff Johnson gets Led Zeppelin 2 for $41, and U2 is sold for $50 to Dale Shannon. I just ended 3 auctions at one. Michael Nath, Led Zeppelin 2, and U2. Those all 3 sold. U2 50, Dale Shannon. Jeff Johnson, Led Zeppelin 2 for $41, and Michael Nath, Queen, $105. It's sold for $105 again, just to a different person. Next auctions, 3 Dog Night and Pink Floyd. What an interesting concert that would be. Pink Floyd would definitely open up for 3 Dog Night. Let's see here. Harmony. 3 Dog Night Harmony. $35 start. Three Dog Night Harmony, Never Been to Spain, Old Fashioned Love Song. What album? What year is this? 78. Near Mint, Pristine, Japanese vinyl. Three Dog Night Harmony. That is a $35 start. There's the lyric insert. There's the very nice cover with Obi. $35 start on Three Dog Night Harmony. All right, Pink Floyd, Adam Heartmother. This is going to be an $85 start. $85 start. Japanese pressing of Pink Floyd, Adam Heartmother. About a VG Plus cover and Obi. It's got some discoloration and staining on the gatefold and on the inner part of the Obi. About a VG Plus cover. Nice spine. Japanese quality sleeve. Has the Pink Floyd book with it. Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast. $85 start for Floyd, Pink Floyd. And the vinyl is immaculate. Very, very nice. About a VG Plus cover. Pink Floyd, Adam Heartmother. All right. Clint Howard's in. Looking for a $35 start on Three Dog Night. Fish, $29.99. The Rolling Stones, Bridges to Babylon, $49.99. That's two of those available. We have Ozzy with silver vinyl and red swirls. Ozzy splatter vinyl, $42.99. The Essential Johnny Cash, that is 2 LPs with 28 tracks, $36.99. The Rolling Stones Voodoo Lounge is $49.99. And XTC Skylarking, 200 gram remaster. That is $34.99. Both auctions have bids. One more reminder of everything that's in this crate of new vinyl. XTC, Rolling Stones. Johnny Cash is sold to Sherry Darnell. Cameron Nance wants the Voodoo Lounge, the Rolling Stones. I think this is the first week I've never posted a flip video in the group. Usually I do flip videos, recaps. We just been kind of like it's been an endless cycle. Shows are over, I price new records, etc., etc. Except last night, when the show was over, I woke up, everybody was gone. I had passed out pretty much on the counter. Tanner was gone. I woke up, I didn't have no idea what time it was. I had to text Tanner. I was like, "Are you still in this building?" But I just crashed, and I barely got home to fall asleep, and then that's why we don't really have any new arrivals tonight. I was like, man, what's going on? I was dead almost. XTC, Ozzy, the Rolling Stones, Fish, A Perfect Circle, 10 Years, Eminem Show, Extreme, Trick or Treat, Prince, Dean Martin Christmas, Van Halen, Kiss Asylum, Boz Scaggs, The Cars, Turnpike Troubadours, Steve Earle, Chris Stapleton, Blink-182, Danger, Clipping, Tom Petty, Stevie Wonder. Yeah, although trying to read all that punk stuff beat me out. It was those pre-workout vitamins. Yeah, that's like a crash. Yeah. Price on Turnpike Troubadours. That is $33.99. Joshua Lee Sparks. That's called Diamonds and Gasolines. Tom Petty is $29.99. Pink Floyd's at $95. We got one bidder on John Humphrey at Three Dog Night. Final call on that. I'm going to reset my chat because mine's behind like it was on the other stuff. Freddie Milford on the Eminem Show. That sold to Freddie Milford. And Debbie Blair said sold on Tom Petty. All righty. That bin is about half sold too, but I added some stuff to it. So I added about that much from earlier. So the Stevie Wonder. Yeah, Danger is something you want to grab while you can. Stevie Wonder Someday at Christmas is $36.99, Justin Hunt. But the Danger, I hope I have more of them. If not, I need to make a note to order more. But this is was originally released as a limited numbered colored vinyl. I had about 70 pre-orders. We ordered 125 and I got one, maybe two. I got one from each distributor maybe. But yeah, that's how much there was a demand on this. It is $38.99. $38.99, Fred. But that's the black. They reissued it just under their standard label on black vinyl. And I think that's the only one I have unless they've got scattered in another crate. But Danger, Danger. Yeah, they limited that originally as a 1,000 on colored vinyl, and the demand was overwhelming, to say the least. Was this a putback, the Toasters? Okay, here's a putback from last night, if anybody wants it. This is the Toasters Pull Shark. The Toasters is $29.99. It's from 1987. The Toasters Pull Shark. This was a putback from last night. $29.99. Pull Shark, if anybody wants that. I don't remember reading that last night. That's how much I can. We had so much. All right, John Humphrey got Three Dog Night for $35. Clint Howard's at $95 on Adam Hartmother. Final call, $95. Paul Bill wants the Toasters. Paul, I know you was at the concert last night. You missed a lot of stuff. I actually might need to go back through that bin. Should we do that? Go back through one of the punk bins from last night? I got the 2 up here of stuff that didn't sell because, I mean, y'all only seen 36 preview pictures, and if you missed last night, there's some good stuff. And there's some good stuff in there. Oh, my gosh. Probably y'all seen so much, you're probably like me. You may not even recall what was in there. Final call on Pink Floyd.
Is there another Danger, Danger?
Did somebody claim one? Clint Howard. Okay. Fred and Jason asked the price, and then they didn't say yes or no. But if they're passing, then we need to give it. To Clint Howard. Danger, Danger, and Clint's about to get the Pink Floyd. All righty. Let me go through this. Let me try to find us another bin of vintage right quick. Elvis. Boy, this one looks pretty interesting. I see Van Halen and Picture Disc and Willie Nelson. I think this is like some condensed stuff. George Thorogood, Knack. Some stuff we've already sold that people were back up on. So, Nick Lowe. Let me put this one up here. Fred passes on Danger, Danger. Let me go ahead and get new auctions rolling. Let me sell this to Clint. Frank's bid just came in. It's like, that's like, I had it. I was picking it up. I've got to sell this. Clint Howard gets this for $95. I'm sorry, Frank. I was taking it off the table. It had been up there a while. That's sold to Clint Howard for $95. That's sold to Clint Howard for $95. I know Frank's still on that dial-up connection. It takes his bids forever to come in, but I have got to sell that. Let me put up something new. Let's do let's do Footloose and what is this right here? Let's do this. Is this John Denver? JD? Yes. Let's do Footloose soundtrack. Footloose soundtrack is $35. Also, Wayne Titsworth needs to put back the Tommy Bolin record. Footloose soundtrack is a $35 start. There's Footloose. Has some kind of order form, some kind of solicitation. There's the inner sleeve. Near mint pristine vinyl. And then there's the cover with shrink wrap, Obi, and hype sticker. Footloose is a $35 start. Japanese press, beautiful. And then John Denver JD, also a $35 start. Japanese pressing, pristine, near mint. Do you still have the Shania Come On Over? I do. We didn't even sell one last night. Do you still have Armored Saint, March of the Saint? That would be in the A bin if we do. We will check. And Footloose is at $35. Let me see which crate over here. Let me figure out. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, I'll go through this one. Just a very fast, well, me trying to read these fast isn't going to go over too well, but very fast recap of one of the bins from the punk stuff from last night. Okay, so Footloose is at $35, going once, going twice. There's the tracks for Footloose Chip. Next Play Records says I'll Take a Shania Twain. Alex is at $35 on John Denver. And March of the Saint is on blue vinyl. That is $37.99, Bob Riger. And then let me find what I did with those Shanias from last night. It's in one of these bins right here. Shania Twain, come on over. It's a 2LP. They are $44.99. Shania Twain, come on over. $44.99. As soon as we find that record of Wayne's, I don't know if we can find it or not right now. It was a Tommy Bolin Devil. Actually, I know who's next on it. Brandon Jackson was next on it, but I don't know if he's watching. He was next on like all three of those when we showed them. That's Armored Saint. Shania is $44.99. Leslie Holt also wants one. Bob Riger gets this. Let me pull another Shania. Footloose and John Denver both have bids right now. I now have one Shania left. Come on over. First time. Shania is one of those artists where none of her albums was really ever released on vinyl. So the only way you can get them are these new represses. Kind of like, well, there's a bunch of country artists like that. Lou Hetzer gets the last one. Wow, if April only knew. She was here last night. She wanted me to show these, and now we've sold all three of them. We couldn't get any bites last night. Next play, I guess I need to send you a commission check. There's one for Next Play, one for Leslie, and there's the last one to Lou Hetzer. This is a record when it went out of print or went out of stock earlier, end of last year, especially when a lot of people needed them, especially for Christmas gifts. They were quite pricey. Okay, Footloose is at $36, now $38 with Michelle. Final call on John Denver. Which Silverchair? We have a bunch of Silverchair. If you can let me know exactly which one, I will let you know. Okay, and that Tommy Bolin record, this is the last week Ed hasn't been with us, so I have to say we don't have anything in alphabetical order. So putbacks right now are kind of just lucky if we find them. We got everything crated up. We have really nothing in alphabetical order. I stepped out of the room and heard my name. Brandon, there was a Tommy Bolin record put back that I know you were second on. We got a lot of other people interested, but it was Devil Shakes Hand or something like that. And but it's being put back. So I'm pretty sure you were second, if my memory is correct. And then there's a couple other people that wants it now. Freak Show. I still have copies of Freak Show, yes. I have music on vinyl pressings, I believe. Let's see. Audio Slave, Exhorter, Bare Naked Ladies, Tonic, Queens of Stone Age, Grim Reaper, Offspring, Soundgarden, Iron Maiden, Genesis, Tom Petty, Korn, Lyle Lovett. It wasn't in that bin. I'll have to look for that. It may be over there in the F's or under the S's for Silverchair. Yes, Ed is just out of town, and he'll be back with us next week. I had seen him. I thought he would pop on or something. He may be watching quietly. I don't know. But usually Ed puts everything during to shake the devil, not shake hands with the devil. Shake the devil. That was it. Brandon says he'll take it. Yeah, I knew he was back up. So whenever we find that, we'll change it to Brandon Jackson. All right. I don't have any Duran Duran I can get to, no. And I don't have any Eat a Peach. No and no. Grim Reaper self-titled, $37.99. Dawn of the Dickies. This is a VG minus copy, $29.99. The Dickies. Dawn of the Dickies. Personal Troubles, Public Issues, The Wall, 1980 UK pressing, $34.99. Exorcist, Nightmare Theater, $29.99. That's a German pressing on purple vinyl, $29.99. Castrator. This is $34.99, 2022 Neon Violet vinyl. Adventures of Herm Sham Boys, Sham 69, 1979 UK, $39.99. Sheer Terror, Thanks for Nothing, $74.99, red and blue splatter vinyl. And Joe Coffey, Bright as the Stars Were Under, $29.99. And we have Slapshot Digital Warfare, $34.99. Footloose is at $46. Bare Naked Ladies was Stunt, Fred. We got that on Music on Vinyl. They're $38.99. Exhorter was called The Law. That's also a numbered, colored from Music on Vinyl. Are you taking offers on these? Yes, I will entertain offers on these. John Denver is sold to Alex Roman for $35. And we have Footloose. If anybody wants those, or if anybody else wants to bid, Marshall just bid again. Footloose is at $50. Slapshot, back on the map, $32.99, 1987. This is Phobia, I think is what we determined that was. 2002 US, $29.99. There's another one. Means of Existence, picture disc, $29.99. Square One Special, $29.99. And Birth Raw Power, $29.99. 2012 Italy. Let's see. Sam 69 and the Wall 55. Let me see here. That would be 40, and we have. I'll do $60 on both of those. I'll do $60 on both of those, Brent. We have Witch's Hammer, Stretching to Infinity Die Hard, $39.99. Too Many Skeletons. I really have never figured out who that was. Aggression? Is that what that says? Arrested? Arden? I can't read that. $39.99, 1986 UK. And Sodom Demonized is $36.99. Sell Paul Bill the Dickies. Sell that to Paul for $33. Sell both of these to Brent for $60. And Footloose is at $60 with Marshall Bassett. $50 on Footloose. Let me put up this other Kiss Double Platinum. We sold one last night. Here's another one. Kiss Double Platinum, which is a Kiss Greatest Hits. This is about, one LP is about a VG Plus, and the other one is EX Near Mint Minus. So one, that's the nice one. That is record one. That is very nice looking. That's EX to Near Mint Minus, EX Plus. And this one, it's not bad either. Seth graded these. He's used to grading our Japanese stuff. Yeah, it has some stray marks up here. This side here looks pretty nice. So, yeah, overall, if you want to just put an overall grade on all four sides, EX. There's some parts that are near mint. And this cover, it has a little bit of odd discoloration up here in this top corner. Other than that, the foiling on it's not bad. That's tough to say. The foiling, especially if you have a southern accent like me. Boy, this hurts your eyes if you look at it too long. That's like a Kiss Hits. For those unfamiliar with their catalog, Double Platinum is a compilation. So if you don't want to go through all their albums and you just want a hits, that is what you want to put on. That's a $35 start. It's never really been reissued. They did that Kiss World compilation in print instead of that. Heather Perry wants a Silverchair Freak Show and a Frog Stomp. I know I have Frog Stomp, and I know I have, actually, I may have them right here. I see, okay, there's Frog Stomp for Heather Perry. There's your Frog Stomp. I also have Silverchair Live, and that was the UK Record Store Day. I've got two left for $39.99. Double Platinum is at $40, and Final Call on Footloose for $50. Actually, I probably need to go ahead and sell it. And Heather, now I just got to find you a Freak Show, and I can do that. It's around here somewhere. Okay, back to the crate. Aggression, Life is Hard, $34.99. That's a 1988 German on red vinyl. Larm, Straight on View, $29.99, 2007 Holland. Fatal, Soul Burning Steel, $34.99. Guana Bats, Live Over London, $29.99, 1987 UK. Blitz, Voice of a Generation, $64.99, 1982 UK. Atomizer, The Death of Forever, that was $29.99, picture disc. Zoetrope, Amnesty, 2018 blue vinyl, $29.99. The Glory Stompers, $39.99, 1996 German. And Half Off The Truth, that is $34.99, 1987 US. All right, Footloose is sold for $50 to Marshall Bassett. C. William Pop, the Frog Stomp was $54.99, if I have any left. Kiss is at $40, going twice, going three times. I'm about to sell that to Michelle. And our next Japanese record, I have several of these, I think. Here's another Wham. What did this sell for earlier? Who else was bidding on Wham earlier? I've got another one. Who else was bidding on that? There's another one I'll sell to you for the same price as Carlene. You may want that. I'll just match her price. If anybody wants it, I'll have to look back and see. And what do we have up? Kiss. Let me go ahead and put another Japanese record up for bid. Let's do the Wings Over America. Wings Over America. This is going to be a $45 start. This is a triple LP live Japanese pressing. Wings Over America. Wings Over America. Feels like it's got extra stuff. No, that's just an extra pocket for the third LP. $45 start. Nice cover and obi. It's got all 3 inner sleeves. 1, 2, 3. Wings Over America. Has the book with it. Has a poster with it. Wow. Very cool. Wings Over America poster. And then triple LP, near mint, pristine vinyl. That's a $45 start. $45 start. Classic stuff there. All right. Let's see. Blitz 50. You know I'm going to counter. Blitz 55. Blitz 55, and I'll sell that to you. Harmony as One, $24.99, 1989 UK. Maximum Penalty, Super Life, $29.99, 1987 US. Crucial Change, So It Begins, $29.99. Zoog's Rift, Idiots on the Miniature Golf Course, $29.99, 1987 US. And then here's some other stuff that was left over. Edward Scissorhands. Boy, I struggle with that one. I always want to say Edward's Scissorhands, which it's Edward Scissorhands. I put the apostrophes and the S's in the wrong place. I want to do Edward's possessive. It's Edward's Scissors Hands. Oh my gosh. Against Me, New Wave, $99.99. Paul Coffin, Room 41, $34.99. Uniform Choice, Screaming for Change, $149.99. Possessed, $74.99. Voivod, VG copy, $39.99. Whiplash is $89.99. MC Ren of NWA, $94.99. And this was autographed Oceano. Well, I never did really figure that one out. It was $49.99 autographed. You don't have to counter 53. Sell Blitz to Brent Rabley for 53. Paul Beal wants AM. That was Against Me. We sold the other Against Me. I think that was from that. Is this on colored vinyl? Yeah, this is on split colored vinyl. That sold to Paul Beal. Brandon Jackson on Possessed. Possessed. That was this one, right? Yep. Possessed. The Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands is $74.99. It's a really cool blue vinyl. If I need to show that again, actually, I'll go ahead and do it. This is a waxwork. The vinyl on this is amazing. I think this is the first run they did on this one. $74.99. Gary says Against Me, $25, and Uniform Choice was $149.99. Against Me, which one was that? Against Me, 25. Against Me. That's the problem. Trying to find these a second time. Was that? Let's see. Oh, that was something we already sold. No, that was Paul Beal's. We've already sold that. It was 100. It was 100. Yeah. And Uniform Choice is $149.99. Screaming for Change, 1986, has the lyric insert with it. Okay. Also, Kiss is sold to Michelle for $40. Fred just bid $45 on Wings. I'm going to do that as a final call. Wings is at $45. And yeah, that was some punk stuff from last night. Glad I showed that. We just sold a few more. Uniform Choice, that record, MC Ren, Whiplash, Voivod, Paul Coffin, Edward Scissorhands, Zoog's Riff, Crucial Change, Maximum Penalty. What was the Raw Power title? Harmony's One, Half Off the Frost, The Glory Stomper, Zoetrope, Atomizer, something like that. Guana Bats, Fatal, Larm, Aggression, Sodom. Let's see, what are we looking for? Raw Power. Too Many Skeletons, Raw Power, Birth. Raw Power, Birth, and that was a 2012 pressing from Italy, $29.99. Black vinyl. Let's see. Let's see here. Kiss was 40, yes. Let's see. Let's see. Half off price. Well, I'm trying to figure out which one. Well, after I read the titles, I'm like, might as well go back through them. The Truth, $34.99, 1987 US. 1987 US, $34.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell Wings for $45. That's sold to, I think, our new buyer tonight, Fred. Make sure on that. Yeah, Fred Cornell, you get the Wings Japanese pressing for $45. There's the. I'm going to put up the silver chairs again, and there's Wham. Okay, let me put that back in the bin. Let me get some new auctions. I still got the Sabbath to sell. Steve Merkel said Raw Power. Is this one here? Sell that to Steve for $25. And let me grab a new crate of something to go through. Something. It's also, time is ticking on my timeline. Time's always ticking, though. Time is ticking. Does anybody really know what time it is? Yeah, that's, let's go through this being, yeah, let's go through, let's see here. Alrighty. I'll figure out next one here. I guess we might as well just show them all. Maybe, or let's see. What was this other bin of vintage? Is that what I was about to show? Yeah, let's go through this one here. Halftime sale. No, I'm going to Texas again tomorrow to buy, or at least look at another collection. I told him. He said I won't leave empty-handed, so I'm going ahead and rent a vehicle just in case I'm driving back, but it may take a lot more than just what I'm renting to haul back. I mean, he's supposed to have 100,000 is a big estimate, but I feel like it's more of maybe tens of thousands of albums. So yeah, I'll be in Dallas tomorrow. I'm leaving in the morning, so no show tomorrow. I doubt I even really get to watch the Super Bowl, which is okay. Yeah, we wouldn't have a sale tomorrow anyway, right? It's Sunday. We haven't had a sale in a long time. But yeah, I'm going to Dallas tomorrow to look at another collection. This is Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. And this is a Warner Brothers label repress. It's in really nice condition, though. It's about EX. And this is going to be a... I don't know. Let's say a $35 start. VG Plus cover, Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. VG Plus cover on that one. All right, let's go through this bin of vintage. Buy it now, best offer. And I'll get another Japanese record put up for auction. Mick Jagger, She's the Boss. Japanese pressing of this is going to be a $35 start. Mick Jagger, She's the Boss. In shrink wrap, Jagger. Japanese insert. Japanese inner sleeve, pristine, near mint, Japanese vinyl, $35 start. This is Mick Jagger, She's the Boss. That is a $35 start. $35 start. Okay, let's go through this right here. Floyd's at $35 on Sabbath. We've got Blood Rock, Whirling Tongues. That's what I have sometimes. $19.99, Blood Rock, $19.99. Nick Lowe, The Abominable Snowman, $19.99 for Nick Lowe, The Abominable Snowman. The Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute, is $14.99. The Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute, $14.99. Two Sides to Every Woman, Carlene Carter, $19.99. Two Sides to Every Woman, Carlene Carter, $19.99. Joe Jackson, I'm the Man. Joe Jackson, $19.99. Everything in here is going to be a buy it now, best offer. Joe Jackson, I'm the Man, $19.99. So we got a Black Sabbath at $35 of Floyd, going once, going twice, and that's what I'm looking for a start on Mick Jagger. Tales of Mystery and Imagination, Edgar Allan Poe, $19.99. Anything in here you can buy or throw an offer out there. Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. Lionel is $12.99. I Ain't Into That, The Rappin' Reverend Dr. C. Dexter Wise III, $14.99. And 101 North. 101 North, $14.99. Van Halen, 1984, that is $39.99. About a VG Plus cover. Vinyl, no condition notes on it. Marshall Bassett, first to Van Halen. Patty, we're going to sell Patty, Edgar Allan Poe for $15. And we've got Stetsasonic, Talking All That Jazz in shrink wrap, $24.99. And Bachman Turner Overdrive, Freeways, $14.99 in shrink wrap. Greg is at 37 on Black Sabbath. Greg's at 37 on Black Sabbath. Ian Hunter, Short Back and Sides, $19.99 for Ian Hunter. Planet P is $19.99. Linda Ronstadt, Mad Love, $9.99. Yes, Relayer, $19.99 for Yes Relayer. The Best of Straubs is a white label promo, $29.99. National Lampoon, Missing White House Tapes, $14.99. And Graham Parker and the Rumor, Stick It To Me. Graham Parker is $14.99. The Doobie Brothers, What Were Once Vices Are Now Habits, $14.99. And the Blasters, Live at the Venue, London, $19.99. Price on Ian Hunter, it was Ian Hunter, Short Back and Sides is $19.99. Greg, you're out on Sabbath. And the Knack, Get the Knack, that's $19.99. That was a near mint copy. We had a VG Plus earlier. If anybody wants Jagger, he is now $35 buy it now. Greg's back in on Sabbath at $42, Master of Reality. It seemed like there for a while, it took us forever to find a copy of Master of Reality. And we've had them come in collections, but not a Sabbath album that's easy to find in real good condition, as a lot of y'all are aware of. Patty gets the Ian Hunter for $15. Patty gets the Ian Hunter for $15. Brandon Jackson on Jagger. He wants the Jagger. She's the boss. Mick Jagger. He's still going. Will the Stones tour again? I hope so. Colin says Stetsasonic, $15. Colin, a few more bucks, and I will bump that to you for $18, and I'll sell that to you. $18, Colin. In shrink wrap, nice copy. Blasters for $15. Fred Blasters, let me figure out where that's at. That was earlier in the crate, wasn't it? Blasters, where was that? Maybe it's something I just shown. Yeah, the Blasters. Sell that to Fred for $15. You got it. And Black Sabbath, Greg Floyd, you're back out, $42. I do have another, I think I got an identical Mick Jagger, if anybody else wants one. Let's do a Simon & Garfunkel. You can't have a Japanese crate. You can't have a Japanese crate without a Simon & Garfunkel Greatest Hits. Yes, this is a full, or is it? This is, well, I can't, it's hard to see the back of it. Take it out of the sleeve. There we go. No, this is Talking All That Jazz 2, 4, 5 times. Nice copy, though. It looks like an album. At first glance, I mean, it has all the grooves. It's All That Jazz radio version, Domino's vocal, Domino's instrumental, extended vocal. But yeah. Jagger was 35. The Stones are touring. Good. Are they coming anywhere close to Nashville? So I seen them in 2012, and I seen them in 2021, I guess. Yeah. They were better in 2021 in Nashville. Simon & Garfunkel's Go Disc. Jagger was just more energetic, and he sounded a little bit better than in what I remember in 2012. Mrs. Robinson, For Emily, Wherever I May Find Her, The Boxer, 59th Street Bridge Song, The Sound of Silence, The Sounds of Silence, I'm a Rock, Scarborough Fair, Homeward Bound, Bridge Over Troubled Water, America, Kathy's Song, El Condor Pasa, Bookends, and Cecilia. What fantastic stuff. That is a $35 start. Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. Does have a corner bump down here. Foil cover. That's called Gold Disc. That's a Japanese pressing with Obi. That's near mint. That's a $35 start. $35 start. Okay, let's see here. Black Sabbath is at $44. Then we had National Lampoon 17. Sell that to Brian C. I don't have any Japanese Blondie tonight. He's passing on the Stetsasonic. That's okay. I thought it was a full album too until I looked at it further. Alex is at 35 on Simon & Garfunkel, and Greg's at 45 on Black Sabbath. Carole King, Touch the Sky, $14.99. George Thorogood, Move It On Over, $19.99. George Thorogood. Elvis, Moody Blue, $34.99. This is on blue vinyl. They're all on blue vinyl. The black vinyl is rare. For once, a black vinyl variant is more rare. Speaking of the Rolling Stones, the very best of the Rolling Stones, Rolled Gold, $39.99. Let's see. Let's start down here from the bottom. Gimme Shelter, Midnight Rambler, Street Fighting Man, Sympathy for the Devil, Honky Tonk Women, Jumpin' Jack Flash, She's a Rainbow, We Love You, Yesterday's Papers, Ruby Tuesday, Let's Spend the Night Together, Paint It Black, Have You Seen Your Mother Baby, Out of Time, Lady Jane, Under My Thumb, As Tears Go By, 19th Nervous Breakdown, Get Off My Cloud, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, The Last Time, Time's on My Side, Little Red Rooster. I'm struggling reading those titles. Start reading them fast, I'm going to get tongue twisted. Cameron Nance on Rolling Stones. We had Simon & Garfunkel at $40. We have Black Sabbath at $45. Floyd, You're Out. Greg's at $45. Simon & Garfunkel $35. Simon & Garfunkel $35. Simon & Garfunkel $35. Simon & Garfunkel $40. $38. Justin Cleveland, George Thorogood $15. And Cameron got the Rolling Stones. Simon & Garfunkel $40. $42. Black Sabbath $47. Did I show Jim Croce? I Got a Name. $14.99. Jim Croce, I Got a Name. $14.99. Robert Ellis is the Texas Piano Man. $19.99. Linda Ronstadt, Living in the USA. That's a picture disc. $24.99. Jackie Matito, The Maestro. In Cold Blood. 1978 UK sealed. Let me set that aside. I'll put that on Discogs, and it will probably sell pretty fast. I'd rather sell it to y'all, though, if anybody's interested. The Who Are You picture disc, $39.99. We have The Dictators, Girl Go Crazy. Linda Ronstadt, Living in the USA, $24.99. The Who Are You, and Rock of Ages. Is this the one you wanted me to set aside, Josh, the band? This one? Okay. Okay, all right. I didn't know which one it was, so I didn't know you said the band. I wasn't for sure which one. Bobby Darin is $24.99, and Gary Newman, The Pleasure Principle, $34.99. Gary Newman, The Pleasure Principle, $34.99. Gary Newman, The Pleasure Principle, $34.99. Never Can Say Goodbye, The Communards, $14.99. This is the band, yeah. Let's say I'm not going crazy, am I? Rock of Ages. Let's see here. Simon & Garfunkel, $47. Ryan Anderson, $10 on Jim Croce. That's sold to Ryan Anderson for $10. And we have The Dictators price. The Dictators is $74.99. Girl Go Crazy, 1975. The Dictators, Girl Go Crazy, $74.99. Orange RCA label. Reflex, The Politics of Dancing, $19.99. And Ringo Starr's Rotogravure, $24.99. Jackie Mitu, this is a sealed copy, and I have $64.99 on it. $64.99 on it. Probably my best price right now would be $55. $55 on that. Where was we on the Black Sabbath? Floyd's back in. Let me know where you're at on it. Greg, Floyd was at 47. So Greg Rogers, you're out on that. Let me know. The condition, Simon & Garfunkel was near mint. It was a near mint copy. Yeah, it is a near mint copy. Yeah, I think that Jackie album's not too cheap. especially for a sealed one. And the cover's got one little corner bump, or a corner bump. I don't know if that's a little one, but it's not too bad. And other than that, it's really nice. And high bid on that is John Porter at $47. Wow, Sabbath and Simon & Garfunkel going head to head. They're both at $47. Let's see here. Where did we get to? Reflex, The Politics of Dancing was $19.99. I already showed Ringo. Iggy Pop, Zombie Birdhouse, $29.99. Iggy Pop, Zombie Birdhouse. Brother Jack McDuff and David Newman, Double Barreled Soul, $29.99. Roy Orbison, Laminar Flow, $19.99. And The Association Live in shrink wrap, that's $19.99. Let's go ahead and sell Ryan Anderson, The Dictators, for $60. That's sold to Ryan Anderson. Simon & Garfunkel's at $50. Simon & Garfunkel at $55. Mia Willis on, I think that was Jack McDuff. Yep, sell that to Mia Willis. And I was waiting to see if Greg was in on Sabbath before I sold it. Time is ticking. Michael Nath, you were second on McDuff. Paul Simon, Still Crazy After All These Years, is $19.99. And Randy Reflex was $19.99. Greg's out on Black Sabbath. Okay, Floyd gets Black Sabbath for $47. Simon & Garfunkel's now over here in slot number 1. Peter Policino's at $55. Now $57. Paul Simon, One Trick Pony, $19.99. Seals and Crofts, Sudan Village, $9.99. Quincy Jones, Body Heat, $14.99. Quincy Jones. Johnny Rivers, Rewind, $12.99. And The Gentrys is $19.99. Golden Archive Series. The Dig, Gold Stamp Promo, $9.99. And Scarlet is $49.99. Alice wants Paul Simon, One Trick Pony. One Trick Pony. That's sold to Alice Lowry. Gary Newman was $34.99. Everything in here is buy it now, or you can make an offer. I'm being very, I don't think we've only reached but maybe one or two deals maybe. No, or haven't reached but just one or two deals. Let's see what else I got in our Japanese bundle or Japanese bin. I may make a bundle on something here in a second. Let's see. We got one. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3. 3 Dave Masons. What do we have here? Let's see. That is 17. Let's see. 20%. Okay. I've got 3 Dave Mason Japanese pressings. I've got 2 of them are near mint pristine. That is split coconut, Japanese press. This one is It's Like You Never Left, Dave Mason. And we have ecstatic. 3, this one's a VG Plus, meaning it's got a couple marks on it. 3 pristine Japanese, or 3 Japanese pressings. 2 more pristine. Dave, or that's not Dave Mason, that's Hall & Oates. I grabbed the wrong one. Hall & Oates. Get ready for the comments to roll in. Chad, that's not Dave Mason. Here's the other one. It was near me. I knew they were all pristine. So this is, they're all very nice. There's 3. The other one's self-titled. $40 start for all 3 of them. $40 start for all 3 of those. Dave Mason. Yes. $40 start for all 3 of those. Okay. Let's see here. Who asked about Gary Newman? Craig did. Craig asked first. He offered $28. He gets it. Craig gets Gary Newman for $28. And then we had Simon & Garfunkel at $60. Simon & Garfunkel at $65. Then we had a couple of more offers on Gary Newman. Alex at $13 on the Gentry. Sold to Alex Roman. John's out on Simon & Garfunkel. Peter Policino, you have that for $65. How long do the auctions last? When everybody, everybody says out, then I just give it a few moments. There's no timer, and then we sell it. So if we have somebody out, I'm doing a final call, a couple more moments, and they're sold. Carol Puckett's at $50 on the 3 Dave Masons. You're buying all 3 of them. Beaver and Krause, All Good Men, $14.99. Classic Film Scores for Betty Davis, $14.99. My Son the Nut, Alan Sherman. Final call on Simon & Garfunkel. That is 65 with Peter Policino. Hold On, it's D. Clark, $29.99. The Ghost, Willie Nelson, $19.99. Sean Phillips, Rumpelstiltskin's Resolve, or something like that, $14.99. Sean Phillips, Collaboration, $19.99. And Irwin Allen's The Towering Inferno soundtrack. That's a promo copy, $39.99. Paul McCartney, Back to the Egg, $24.99. Uptown and Lowdown, Cliff Jackson's Washboard Wanderers, $19.99. Gary Lewis and the Playboys, More Golden Greats, $9.99. All right, Simon & Garfunkel is sold for $65, and final call on the Dave Mason lot. Carol Puckett's at $50 on those 3 Dave Masons. Final call for $50. Final call. Now I'm going to do, if I can find that Hall & Oates I just had. I think I got a couple more in here. Yeah, I got 2 more. We'll do 2 Hall & Oates albums. 2 Hall & Oates albums, which is going to be a $35 start. $35 start, that's Ecstatic, and that was the one that was VG Plus. And then we had Big Bam Boom, which was near mint. $35 start for both of those. Hall & Oates, Daryl Hall, John Oates. Let's see here. The Kingston Trio, The Last Month of the Year, $9.99. That's their Christmas album. Robert Parker, Barefootin'. That's a VG copy, $14.99. Mike Panera, Isla, $19.99. James Gang, Jesse Comes Home, $19.99. We have Borstal, Fresh Out of Borstal, $19.99. Jim Queskin, Jump for Joy, $14.99. Gary Lewis, Listen, that's a sealed copy, $19.99. The Manhattan Transfer is $9.99. The Eternal Sea is $19.99. The Best of Country Instrumentals, $9.99. And I Can Tina Turner, Get Back, VG, $9.99. The 3 Dave Mason records sold to Carol Puckett for $50. And Heather Perry's at $35 on the 2 Hall & Oates. Going once, going twice. We have a Chicago 17 Japanese pressing. Chicago 17 Japanese pressing. That is a $30 start. Near mint and pristine. $30 on Chicago 17. Colin Butler on the Best of Country Instrumentals. That's sold to Colin Butler. Anybody else? Elvis still here. The Doobie Brothers. Yes, Van Halen. The cover is about VG Plus, has the inner sleeve. The vinyl's not bad at all. 1984. That's $39.99. Yes, Relayer. Really nice copy of this. Very nice. $19.99. Elvis is on blue vinyl. Elvis is on the blue vinyl. Any Hollies? I'm sure I do, but it's not like I can just go straight to them. The Knack was $19.99. Heather Perry gets the 2 Hall & Oates for $35. Those are sold. Let me see what is. I've never seen a black one. I've only ever had one, and I bet we've had 500 copies of that album. I've probably bought and sold 500 of those. Never have seen one either. All right, somebody asked about this crate earlier. I'll go through it right quick. Go through a crate of new vinyl here. We already sold something out of the front of it earlier that someone caught a glance of, so let's see what we got. There's another Elliott Smith. We had one in the other bin earlier. Elliott Smith, Either Or, $31.99. We've got Metallica, Garage Days Revisited, $24.99. Metallica and Justice for All, $39.99. S&M, San Francisco Symphony, Triple LP, $54.99. Master of Puppets, $31.99. And Nirvana's Nevermind album, Nirvana Nevermind, $36.99. If anybody wants Chicago, that was a $30 start. And Van Halen is sold to Joshua Lee Sparks for $35. Usually, I'm about to say, there's usually stuff like that not left over in bins. Metallica, the Black Album, $39.99 for the Black Album. Sturgill Simpson, A Sailor's Guide to Earth, $29.99. Tori Amos, that's the new 2LP remaster of Little Earthquakes, $39.99. Raisin Sand, Robert Plant, Alison Krauss, $44.99. Iron Maiden Killers, that is $36.99. $36.99. Iron Maiden Killers. Maroon 5, $36.99. Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair, $39.99. Kane, So Glad You Made It. And yep, this cover is messed up. We special ordered this for somebody. It's got a messed up cover. I guess we just might as well send that back because those are defective. David Bowie Lodger, $29.99. If You Have Ghost, $31.99. Sabbath Volume 4, $39.99. No, we're gonna send it back. It's something wrong with it. David Bowie is $29.99. Never Ending 25. What was Never Ending? Never Ending. What was that? Never Ending? Was that something in the last crate? What was that, Fred? Can you give me a little bit more information? Brandon Jackson on Iron Maiden Killers. Sell that to Brian Jackson, Iron Maiden Killers. Never Mind. These are all sticker price. All of our new vinyl is sticker price unless I'm specifically doing, and always will be sticker price unless I'm specifically doing an on-sale crate. But yes, these are all sticker price. David Bowie, Black Sabbath. The new vinyl's a little bit different animal. David Bowie, Black Sabbath, Sabbath, Ghost, David Bowie, Tears for Fears, Maroon 5, Iron Maiden, Plant and Krause, Tori Amos, Sturgill Simpson, Metallica, Nevermind, Metallica, 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 Metallica. I'm going to put Elliott Smith up here. Get him away from Metallica. All right. If anybody wants Chicago, that's a $30 buy it now. Chicago's a $30 buy it now if anybody wants that. Let me see what's in. Where's one of our newest bins? Figure out what I got around here. Sometimes I don't know. Let me grab this one right here. All right. Let's see here. Love and Rockets. Seventh Dream of Teenage Heaven, $33.99. I have 3 of those. David Bowie, Live in Berlin. That's on orange vinyl, $31.99. David Bowie, Live in Berlin. Yes, Fragile, clear vinyl. That's the last one I have. Again, $31.99. Start your ear off right, clear vinyl. Rush, Hold Your Fire, $36.99. The Black Crowes, Shake Your Money Maker, $34.99. The Beastie Boys, License to Ill, $36.99. Ozzy, limited edition red and black swirl vinyl, $38.99. Diary of a Madman. Fall Out Boy, From Under the Cork Tree, $49.99. Fall Out Boy. Tears for Fears, Song from the Big Chair. Got another restock of that, $39.99. U2, Octung Baby, $48.99. The Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed, $36.99. Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie, $31.99. There's another Radiohead, $69.99. And Van Halen 2 is $31.99. $31.99. Let's see here. We have Belinda Wants Yes. Belinda Wants Yes for Belinda. The Black Crowes second album right here. Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. $48.99 on that one. $48.99. Do we have Sturgill Metamodern Sounds? What's the cover look like? I don't think we do. I can't remember. I've tried to reorder them all. I usually order them one at a time and then kind of restock them. But they're all available right now, so I need to go through and do another big order of his, but I don't think we do because they're always available. So Van Halen is $31.99. 45th anniversary was yesterday. Van Halen self-titled, $31.99. Black Sabbath, $39.99. And Creed Human Clay, $44.99 for Creed Human Clay. Slipknot, $36.99. And there's another Yes. There's another Yes, and there's another Van Halen. There's another Yes, another Van Halen. If anybody needs those, I'm going to put Yes back here and Van Halen with the others. All right, I think I'm going to go through one more bin of vintage right quick. Buy it now, best offer. Eli said he'd give $20 for Chicago. What did I say on that one? Did I say a $30 start earlier? I'll sell that to you for $25 if you're interested. Where's the one that had that Springsteen box set. Whatever box that is has some really good stuff in it.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's go through that one. So, yeah, this. Let me see if this. Make sure it didn't get put in another crate. Yeah, it's got some good stuff in it. Melinda wants a U2 Octung baby. I'll pull that right quick. U2 Octung baby. That was our last one. Got to order more of those again. And Eli says he'll take Chicago for 25. So that's sold to Eli for 25. That's sold to Melinda. And I got you blocked in, Tanner. Sorry. You got to get out yourself. All right, let's go through this crate. See what we got. Willie the Ghost from the last vintage being $12. Yes, I'll just have to find it now. I will make a note of that. We will find it, though. So do you. All right. Americathon soundtrack, $19.99. I think these are pretty recent, but it's some really good titles, I think, from last week. So one more go through these before they kind of get buried in the back in the bins. You can buy them now, or you can make your best offer. And that's the Americathon soundtrack, $19.99. Next is The Beach Boys, Surf's Up. That's a 1971 Terre Haute press, $34.99. The Beach Boys, Surf's Up. Quiet Sun, Mainstream, $29.99. 1975 Terre Haute, $29.99. No Man's Land, Lena Lovitch, $19.99. Gold stamp promo, Lena Lovitch. Introducing the Beau Brummels, Laugh Laugh, $19.99. The Beau Brummels. Evening Star, Fripp and Eno, 1975 UK pressing, $49.99. Evening Star, Fripp and Eno. The Rutland Weekend Songbook, Rutland Times, Eric Idle and Neil Innes, $14.99. John Lennon, Rock and Roll, Music for Pleasure label. John Lennon, that's his covers of classic early rock and roll standards, $24.99. Yvonne Elliman, Food of Love, $9.99. Crazy Horse. Crazy Horse is $29.99. Crazy Moon Crazy Horse, $29.99. Scott Smith said $38 on Fripp and Eno. Go ahead and sell that to him. Scott Smith, Fripp and Eno, $38. The Alice Cooper Show, $26.99. Nice copy. Alice Cooper Show, as in near mint. I think we're into some Bowling Green records here. Genesis, A Trick of the Tail. Genesis is $24.99. A Trick of the Tail, $24.99. No Rodriguez on JL. John Lennon, $15. This is such a nice copy, no? As in, it's in shrink wrap, and it looks unplayed. $20. I'll sell that to you. John Lennon. Green River, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Yeah, this is probably from one of those nights where it was just absolutely insane, the amount of premium LPs we had. So there's some good stuff left in here, like Creedence and Genesis and John Lennon and the best of Iron Butterfly. The best of Iron Butterfly, $19.99. Some nights we put out too much good stuff. It gets overwhelming for everybody. No Rodriguez said sold on the John Lennon. I don't have much left in this Japanese bin. There's not much left in it at all, actually. I will put up the last couple ones we have. $20. I got another Simon and Garfunkel compilation. This is called 17 of their all-time greatest hits or greatest recordings. This is a $35 start, Simon and Garfunkel. Pretty much that same track list. I'm a Rock, Homeward Bound, America, 59th Street, Wednesday Morning, El Condor, At the Zoo, Scarborough Fair, The Boxer, Sound of Silence, and Mrs. Robinson, Keep the Customer Satisfied, Song for Asking, Hazy Shade of Winter, Cecilia, Bridge Over Troubled Water. This is another $35 start. It also has some has pictures of Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. Has a lyric book with it. Jacket with Obi, $35 start. Simon and Garfunkel, $35 start on that one. Heather said 12 on Iron Butterfly. I will sell that to you for $15. Let me see what kind of can. This is very nice. This is the Bowling Green collection. These are very nice records. 15, and that's yours, Heather. Joshua CCR was $34.99. Did I not say a price on that? I may not. When 2 or 3 people ask, that means I probably accidentally skipped the price. $34.99. That's not the original label. It is a near mint record. That is $34.99. $14.99. Joshua asked, then Michelle, then Rosie. Price on CCT. What was C? Oh, that was CCR. And then Heather says, I'll take it. That was this for $15. Michael Nath is in on the Simon & Garfunkel for $15. And who asked first on CCR? Joshua actually asked first. So we'll see what he wants to do. The Who, The Kids Are All Right. This is a soundtrack. It's also like a Who compilation, $39.99. My Generation, I Can't Explain, Happy Jack, I Can See for Miles, Magic Bus, Long Live Rock, Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere, Young Man Blues, My Wife, Baba O'Reilly, a quick one, Tommy, Can You Hear Me? Sparks, Pinball Wizards, See Me, Feel Me, Join Together, Roadrunner, My Generation, Blues, Melody, and Won't Get Fooled Again. Quiet Sun price, did I skip over something? Quiet Sun, mainstream is $29.99. That's a 1975 Terre Haute press, 1975, near mint. Just asking because he passed over. Okay, so Michelle was next. She said 27. Go ahead and sell that to Michelle. She was next, right? Yep, sell that for 27. Final call on Simon & Garfunkel. Elvis Costello Trust, $24.99. Neil Young Decade, 77 Winchester press, $49.99. Colin said $20. We're doing a lot of back and forth tonight. 25, mainstream, Quiet Sun. Looks perfect. 25 on that. The Best of the Box Tops. $19.99. The Cry Like a Baby. The Letter. The Boomtown Rats, Tonic for the Troops, is $14.99. And Kim Wilde is a 1981 UK, $19.99. Colin Butler said okay to 25 on that. We're also going to sell Alice Lowry, Alice Cooper. Alice is going to get Alice for $20. Some great stuff in here. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. This is the presidential year, 60 to 63. These are usually compilations of speeches. Yeah, excerpts from great speeches. $19.99. Pre-election, election eve, oath of office. That's probably the famous Ask Not. Or actually, that's stated inaugural. This oath of office was, we know what that is, inaugural. That's probably the Ask Not. Peace Corps, Berlin Wall, nuclear tests, Alliance for Progress, and then his final speech he made that morning in Dallas. $19.99. Simon & Garfunkel is actually sold. This is sold to Michael Nath. I think I've said 2 or 3 final calls. That is sold to Michael Nath for $35. That is sold. Does Kim Wilde have Kids in America on it? Kids in America. It has Kids in America, yes. Last track on side 1, 1981 UK. The Box Tops Dimensions. $19.99. Eurythmics, Here Comes the Rain Again. That is a 12-inch single, $14.99. Talk to Me, Sonny and the Sunliners. That is a 1964 mono, $99.99. 2020 is $19.99. Belinda says, I'll take it, and that was for Kim Wilde. And Where the Boys Are, from the motion picture soundtrack. That is $19.99. Heather Perry on the Eurythmics. Brent Rabley said he'd give $40 for Decade. Sold. Box Tops, the first one. That was the greatest hits for Debbie Blair. Let me find that one. Well, we still got a Genesis album in here. Now, this is the one. I listened to this the other day. Madman. I'm pretty sure this one has Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel on it. This is a nice copy also. Let me see if there's liner notes. Has it got an inner sleeve? Yeah. Let's see here. Boy, this is nice. It's got a really cool inner sleeve, but Rutherford Banks Collins. Maybe this is the last one where Gabriel departed. Either that or he didn't help write any of the songs. Banks Collins, no, maybe he's not on this one. But those songs where they're both on there, I was like, what a great duo of minds. Of course, you know, Banks and Collins as well. This is also a near mint copy. It is perfect. $24.99. Genesis Trick of the Tail. Now, what did I miss? Decade. I sold that to Brent. I have not pulled Debbie's box tops. I think that's what I was, that one. That sold to Debbie. And where did we get to? Bob Dylan and the Band. That is $44.99. Bob Dylan and the Band. That's a 2LP. I think that's technically live. Yeah, recorded live in concert. That's $44.99. That's the first album of Gabriel. There you go. The Best of Manfred Mann with an altered cover or an alternate cover I don't see too often. $19.99. Ray Charles Friendship Radio Show. That is $24.99. ZZ Top, Tejas, $34.99. Ernest Tubbs sings Jimmy Rogers. That's $9.99. And what do we have here? Kingdom Come, Arthur Brown. Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come, 1972 UK, $64.99. Matching Mole's Little Red Record. That is $49.99. $49.99. What's the price? The box tops was $19.99, Debbie. And Sean, a.k.a. Floyd, a.k.a. Sean, I will sell you the Genesis for $20. You will not be disappointed. When you come pick this up, you'll say, wow, thank you, Chad. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs. This is $24.99. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs is $24.99. Very nice copy, $24.99. Let's see here. ZZ Top, Rio Grande Mud, $34.99. 1972. That is their second album. The Beatles' White Album. The Beatles' White Album. This is a 1980s Capitol Press. I was just watching a YouTube video. I'll share it in the group. But that Polygram YouTube account, I was going to check now that I've got up to date on all these. He did a YouTube review on all the best sounding White albums, including CDs. And some of these are mastered in DMM. This is a nice copy though. But, you know, a lot of these Beatles albums that's pressed in the late 70s, early 80s, or especially early 80s when they started using DMM, they're really good sounding. This is a nice 80s reissue of the White Album, $49.99, near mint copy. Okay, he says C. Michael can have it. All right, so sell this to C. Michael Nath for $20. Sell the Beau Brummels to Jim Anstant for $15. Sell Brandon Jackson ZZ Top Tejas for $30. And then Dylan offered $30 for ZZ Top. Dylan, was that for Rio Grande Mud? If so, that's sold to you. And Belinda wants Robin Trower for $15. I will sell that to you for $20. I will sell that to you for $20. Bridge of Sighs. I will sell that to you for $20. That Summer. This is music featured in the Columbia Pictures film That Summer, 1999. Boomtown Rats, the Ramones, the Undertones, Eddie and the Hot Rods, Nick Lowe, Elvis Costello, Richard Hale, Patti Smith, Reckless Eric, the Zones, more Elvis Costello. Belinda said good. Nice copy of that. Sold for $20. Alex, I will sell you the White Album for $40. Yeah, I'll share that Polygram YouTube video, but he was going in depth on some of the really good sounding. You know, of course, most people think I was trying to make an offer on the box tops for $15. Sell the box tops to Debbie for $15. The loose Obi. I was going to say, this Obi, it's not torn. We just got to get it back on the cover, which sometimes can be a challenge. I will attempt that. But once these come off, sometimes, I guess Seth didn't want to try without ripping it. You got to pinch it like a sleeve. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Oh, there it goes. Seth probably had fear of ripping it. All right, Asia, self-titled, $45 start, as always. A very nice, near mint, pristine Japanese pressing. Asia, self-titled, $45 start on that. $45 start on that. Asia, self-titled. There's our next auction. What else is in the bin? We've got Toto. Got to have some Toto. Hydra, $35 start on this one. Toto Hydra. We love some Toto. Talk about a popular group throughout the 70s and 80s. Oh my gosh. They sold a lot of records. $35 start. Toto. There's a Japanese insert. There's the original inner sleeve, and this is a pristine cover, gatefold, $35 start on that. It's Kingdom Come, a UK press. Yes, the one with Arthur Brown. This is a 72 UK press. So nice. Red Polydor label, $64.99. The Kinks Chronicles. The Kink Chronicles, all with K's, $39.99. 2LP reprise. First track is Lola. That is $39.99. The Kink Chronicles. Do you mind showing the label for matching mole? You got it. Red Columbia. Some kind of like, I don't know what's going on here on this cover. Some kind of communism. I don't know, what is this like a, what's going on here? Produced by Robert Fripp. I don't know what's going on here. Produced by Robert Fripp. Let's see if I recognize anybody else. $49.99. Toto's at $35. Jim Anstant on the Kinks. And Jamie Butler also bid $35 on Toto. The Steve Miller Band Anthology. $34.99. The Steve Miller Band Anthology. Don Juan's Reckless Daughter. Joni Mitchell. $29.99. The Inmates. First Offense. $19.99. And Rare Earth in Concert. $29.99. Alice Cooper, Muscle of Love. It's the box is somebody tried to put a piece of tape on it, but it's hanging on. $44.99 for Alice Cooper, Muscle of Love. Now, what is this? This is an original studio album by Alice Cooper. It came in a cardboard box like this. When you open it up, it has an inner sleeve. And this box isn't bad. I've seen some absolutely trashed and stained and crushed. This one's not bad. There's a little piece of cardboard hanging on here. Kevin Kubina wants it. Ryan Anderson said matching mole, $37. Ryan, I'm going to go ahead and sell this to you for a couple reasons. One, I'm not for sure if many other people watching knows what it is, and I'll probably end up having to put it online and have to pay fees. I'm going to go ahead and sell it to you right now for $37. High bid on Toto is also at $37. Neil Young, Live Rust. Neil Young, Live Rust, $54.99. Neil Young with Crazy Horse, another. By the way, as a reminder, these are all from Bowling Green. This guy took such good care of his albums. He searched out nice copies. $54.99 for Neil Young. Lena Lovitch, New Toy, $14.99. Wait till y'all see the 45s from this collection. We hadn't even got into that. Dead Kennedys, The Clash, lots of punk stuff, white label promos, Pink Floyd picture sleeves. They're all boxed up in the back, and we hadn't touched them yet. Devo, Elvis Costello, rare stuff, Japanese Beatles. Y'all don't even know about that yet. They're all boxed up in the back. This is $14.99. Robin Gibbs, Secret Agent. Robin Gibbs, Secret Agent. That is $14.99. Been waiting for those. They're coming. Don't worry. Sooner than later, we're going to have a huge cassette show, a huge CD show. We just never have time. The couple nights I've been wanting to do that, Sunday nights, possibly I can do it by myself. I've done that before, those kind of more laid-back shows. Or then Monday nights, adding that 6th show. We've been traveling, buying collections, so we haven't been able to. So, Stevie Wonder, Looking Back, $34.99. This is a triple LP Stevie Wonder compilation. I love Stevie Wonder. I love his music. Fantastic stuff here. I don't even have to look at all these tracks. $34.99. That is, I don't even have to. That's like the essentials. The Great Fatsby, Leslie West from Mountain. That's in shrink wrap, $24.99. And Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. So far, this is their greatest hits. $34.99. Okay, we had Toto 37. Neil Smith was at 38. Now at 40. Now at 42. We have 8 tracks, yeah. I just don't really... If we have really nice ones, especially like Kiss, Black Sabbath, Zeppelin, Floyd, I'll show those. We got so many, like most 8 tracks, the labels are wrinkled, they're stained, they're ugly looking. But if we ever get a mint collection, yeah, we got them stored in the back. There's a bunch of them. Probably several hundreds. John Cougar, American Fool, $19.99. And the Bruce Springsteen box set, live, 5 LP with book, $49.99. All right, there's still some good stuff on there. Toto's at 43. Just ticked out. I still can't answer your question. What's going on? What's going on with that? Yeah. So it's evidently prog rock, but they got some kind of, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what was going on with that cover. It's kind of interesting looking. All right, Toto's at 45. Speaking of 45, that's what you can buy. Asia, you can buy it now. Asia, self-titled. Only Time Will Tell. Heat of the Moment. Soul Survivor. Actually, the whole album's good. This is ex-members of Yes and Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Asia, if you're unfamiliar, huge album from, who was the lead singer? John Witten, John Witten, I think is how you say that. By the way, I think this is folded wrong. It's supposed to be like that. Steve Howe, Carl Palmer, and Jeff Downs. Yeah. John's was lead vocal, of course. Steve Howe from Yes on guitar. Carl Palmer, the drummer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And then Jeff Downs, keyboard and vocals. 1982. That's a $45 buy it now. Asia. All right. Jamie Butler's out on Toto. Let's go ahead and sell that to Neil Smith for $45. We're going to sell Belinda. Now, I've been saying Belinda Dobb forever. Is that actually Belinda or is that Jason buying? I don't know if we've ever actually confirmed that. Either way, it's sold to one of them for $40. Kevin Kubina is going to get the Crosby, Stills, and Nash so far. And Kevin, we just sold the Asia to Belinda or Jason for $40. Jason, that's what I figured. I was like, Belinda's really into some rock, especially hair metal. That's not saying women don't listen to that, because we sell a lot of it to women, but usually it's a man thing. I was like, that had to be Jason. So usually most of our metal records, though, I saw that and I was like, that has to be somebody named Jason buying those. Okay. I'm going to do a deal. I have a ton of these still. Here's 2 more we just got from Japan. By the way, our Japanese records come from Japan. These are, they're no Obi, but if you want a nice sounding Beatles compilation, I'm going to do these $5 off, and we're going to do these for $34.99. $34.99. This is a collection of Beatles oldies. I've got 2 of them. $34.99. That's what I've sold them for before. No Obi, but they are both near mint, pristine. They have the insert with them. Let me read you a few tracks. She Loves You, From Me to You, We Can Work It Out, Help, Michelle, Yesterday, I Feel Fine, Yellow Submarine, Can't Buy Me Love, Bad Boy, Day Tripper, Hard Day's Night, Ticket to Ride, Paperback Rider. I love that one. I Want to Hold Your Hand. Those are $34.99. That is an original Beatles compilation that was released. That's called A Collection of Beatles Obi, Japanese Apple label. $34.99 if anybody wants those. We are. Okay, best price on Kingdom Come, trying to find Marilyn Manson. I have one OG Marilyn Manson record. Best price on Kingdom Come. Fred, I will do $55 on that. $10 off. I'll do $55 on that. I do have one Marilyn Manson record. Let's see here. How do you do this? I'm usually, well, actually, let me sort. If I sort by price, I can find it higher. Let's see. Marilyn Manson. I have an album called Hollywood, and I have it on Discogs for $289.99. Hollywood. Looks like that right there. I have that for $289.99 on Discogs. And my notes on it say what? It's a VG+, VG+. Overall, this record plays and sounds fantastic. Unfortunately, Disc 1 has some non-audible scuffs. Visually, they are not most appealing, but they do not affect playback. Disc 2 is near mint minus. The cover is exceptionally nice. Hey, I have a 100% rating on Discogs. 52 ratings. 100%. If that means anything to you. Let's see here. Mechanical Animals. That one's, I think, very tough to find. We just sold this Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. That just sold. That wasn't. What else we got on here? Oh, man. I still have the Kiss Creatures of the Night on glow-in-the-dark vinyl. I still have that from 1995. Kiss Creatures of the Dark. What happened to it? Creatures of the Night. $399.99. Super nice copy in shrink wrap with hop sticker. This version has the same UPC as the picture disc. This is in fact the glow-in-the-dark vinyl. That's the glow-in-the-dark Creatures of the Night. $399.99. Yep. All right. I'd give 50 for Kingdom Come. Let me make sure. Fred doesn't want it. Fred, if you want this for $50, you can have it. If not, I'm going to sell it to Brent Rabley. Somebody's going to buy that for $50. Mechanical. I was about to say, I think mechanical animals may be like, can you even get one for $1,000 right now? Here's something else y'all might be interested in. No, that's sold. I need to delete all these sold records. I still think I have stuff and it's sold. I sold that Kid Cudi. I sold that for $600. That was incredible. Cudi? Kid Cudi. This Temp Tones, this is a very rare 45 here. It's called the Temp Tones. Where are we at here? Right here. The Temp Tones. This is actually Daryl Hall's first record. That's $2,000. I had somebody message me and offer me $1,000 for it as soon as I listed it. I passed for the moment. But yeah, I think that's Daryl Hall's very first band, the Temp Tones. Girl, I love you. So yeah, we're under Coleco. So some of our kind of high-end records that we didn't have some success here. Let's see. I still got a Tori Amos. Yeah, I still got Tori Amos from the Choir Girl Hotel. I've got a sealed copy of that. I've got one sealed. It looks just like that with both hop stickers. $499.99. That's sealed. Yeah, get on there if y'all see anything I want. Of course, if somebody bought any of these right now, I'd have to discount them or I'd have to pay 8% in fees. Like right now, if somebody got on here and bought Tori Amos, I'd have to pay $40 in fees. So that's 8%. But this is all of our most expensive stuff. But there's also some new vinyl on here and some kind of obscure psych and stuff like that. Okay, well, is there any last request? We're ending very early tonight, but we've got to wrap up. We've got to go back through some stuff. We got to go through some stuff and tag and double check. I'm also leaving very early in the morning for Dallas. I'm going to arrive there at Love Field, hopefully a little after 9, and go look at a pretty serious collection of records. Pat Benatar, any COC. We sold some last night. I had Wise Blood. Do I still have that, or did we sell those? I had 2 copies of Wise Blood, and they're gone. I don't have any more COC right now. Add that to my list. I'm going to sit down and make a huge order on metal records. I am out of so much stuff. I'm not even talking about mainstream. I'm talking about some of the stuff that we used to have in stock that we've sold so well. But we got to clean up here. Hopefully I can leave in the next hour and sleep for a few hours, and I got to go to the hotel, or I got to go to the airport and make sure I don't miss my flight. Park and do all that stuff. Y'all know how that is. I've only done it a couple times, but I've got used to it now. So I was looking for Motley Crue Too Fast. I think we're sold out of all of our Motley Crue. So I made it to your show. Yeah, just because we're ending at 10:30. Normally we're here on Saturday to 12:30, but it seems like the last few Saturdays we've been leaving to go on trips, and I've got to go home and try to sleep for a couple hours. So, and it will take a good hour for us to wrap everything up here. I've got to leave hopefully before 11:30. So, okay, anybody else? Final call. Thanks, everybody. We've had another big week. I was looking at our numbers last night. And we've had another really successful week. Last week was an all-time high. We almost matched that again this week. And if I would have worked on some new arrivals for tonight, we probably would have done that. But I passed out. So I was like, we'll just go through old stuff. We'll go through old stuff and I'm sure we'll have sell plenty like we did. Stevie Wonder is $34.99. I sold the Japanese Fogelberg. Price on 10 years and a perfect circle from earlier. 10 years is $38.99. A perfect circle is $49.99. Fire of Unknown Origin. I think I can get that on Music on Vinyl. I don't have an OG copy. And Stevie Wonder, what else did somebody ask about? Stevie Wonder's $34.99. It's a triple LP. If they made this today, if they said we're coming out with a triple LP Stevie Wonder compilation, it would probably cost $79.99. I always put it on a comparison. This is something that's OG. But right now, 3 records from Stevie Wonder. I wish they don't have anything in print, greatest hits, but that's why I think that's such a good buy on that. If they did something new, it'd probably cost minimum $60. So, let's see. Yeah, 10 years is $38.99, John, and Perfect Circle was $49.99. Japanese is sold. Safe travels. Thanks, John. I will sell this to you for $30. I will sell this to you for $30. That is $1 more than what you offered, but we'll make it a nice round 30. How could you say no? You'll enjoy that. I usually listen to them when they come through in the store. John wants both. That was a Perfect Circle in 10 years. Let me try to find those. Let's see. Smashing Pumpkins, Pearl Jam, Radiohead, Lambert, Slayer, Van Morrison, Black Sabbath. Not in that bin. Must be this bin that's down here on the floor. Let me find that. Slayer. Did I already show that stuff? Frampton. That's an empty bin. That Japanese bin's almost done. Let's see here. Wasp, Counting Crows, Zombie, Queensryche, Bowie, Queensryche, Bowie, LA Guns, Rush, Arctic Monkeys, Labyrinth, Wasp, U2, Wasp, Impala. Not in there. I don't see any music on vinyl sleeves. Let's see. Slipknot, Creed, Sabbath, Van Halen, Black Crowes, Van Halen, Radiohead. How many crates of new vinyl we go through? Must have went through a bunch because it's not in that one either. I think I have found it. Stevie Wonder, Ozzy, Bridges to Babylon. There it is. 10 years, Perfect Circle, and Extreme. I'm going to take those out. I need to put them back in the bin, ABC order bin. Let's see. Perfect Circle. Perfect Circle sold to John Ambrosic. And 10 years. I still have 2 copies of Extreme for $38.99. That is sold to Brent Rabley for $50. I think he passed on it earlier. So yeah, $50. Yeah. All right, anybody else before I hit the button? It's going to be 32 degrees in the morning. That's not good. But it's going to be warm, right? It was warm in Dallas. They said it was going to be another warm week. 32 degrees. I'll be wearing a hoodie and shorts. That's my go-to outfit. Hoodie and shorts. Probably if it's 32 or 72. That was sold on Stevie Wonder. Okay, John Porter said sold on Stevie Wonder, $30. Make sure no last comments came in. All right. See y'all. You'll definitely get updates of what I'm buying, but I'll be live again on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Tuesday night at 7 o'clock tomorrow. All right.